Clarkey on the field. Here's Slider. And let's welcome duel admission. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll your director takes you out to the mound for tonight's first pitch ceremony, and your on-field host, Mike Pavlichko.
All right, thank you very much, Paul. Who's ready?
Somerset Patriots! First pitch cranked to deep right center field. The 1-2, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Hit to deep left field. Going back is Finnick. Warning track wall. Gone! Strike three. Got him on the changeup. The 1-0. This ball is gone off the scoreboard. Patriots win. Somerset!
Hello, Patriot fans. Welcome inside TD Bank Ballpark, the jewel of the Atlantic League. I'm Justin Answell. Final game of a 7-game homestand upon us, and Somerset's playing really well. They've won 7 of their last 8 games. They're taking on a New York Revolution squad that's struggling. They've lost 5 of 6. Earlier this week, I sat down with 4th-year skipper Brett Jody to get his thoughts on the team. Hello, Patriot fans. Welcome to a fresh episode of the Brett Jody Show right here on SPN.TV. Sunny day at TD Bank Ballpark. I'm Justin Answell, joined by manager Brett Jody. Well, Brett, in your first 3 years, Somerset won at least 85 games, and since your 13-0 start in 2016, your 4th year's been a grind. What have you learned about yourself this year as you bolstered the team within striking distance of a playoff berth?
I'll tell you what, it's a good question, and every year presents new challenges. Even when you're winning 85, 90 games or whatever, you look back on it, you're like, wow, they had an easy season, or it was just a lot of fun or whatever. But even during those times, you hit those stretches where you lose 5 or 6 in a row, you go through the injury bug or whatever, so you have to find ways to overcome it, and guys that weren't playing a lot have to kind of step in there and take over in the lineup, or guys that get picked up on the starting rotation you have to fill in with other guys. So I think we're very close. I love our personnel right now. I love our guys. I love how they come out every day. They want to win. They're giving you everything they have. It's an exciting product for the fans right now. And we do feel like we expect to come out here and win each and every day. So that's a good feeling. So all the feelings are there, and all the same things are there. So I think we're on the right track. I like where we're at right now, and I really feel like we should continue to do what we're doing. Fight hard each and every time, don't let down at all, and I think we'll be in a good spot at the end.
Since the All-Star break, you and Director of Player Personnel John Hunton have really retooled the roster. Is there a move that sticks out in your mind that's paid immediate dividends?
Well, you know, I love the roller move. I think we needed another power type bat in there like that. He can hit righties and lefties. He's kind of added some depth to our lineup. Pitching, I think Nick Turley's a big addition. I think he can be a good reliever or a starter, and we've done him with both of those roles. Blyche is another good lefty we've added. So I really like who we have. Like I said, I think we have a chance to win each and every night right now, and that's what you need. You need a good starting pitcher who's going to give your team a chance to win. So a lot of matchups we can do now, and finally we can look. When we're facing a lefty, I can put some righties in the lineup, or when we're facing a righty, I can put some lefties in the lineup. So we have that kind of maneuverability and things I can do with the lineup that I wasn't able to do in the first half with Vidal being out and some guys like that.
And last one, David Vidal was a solid piece for you last year. Hit .259, 124 games, 12 home runs, 59 RBI. Brett, this year he's putting up video game type numbers. Yeah. He's still in his prime, 26 years old. What's the biggest difference with David, who's hitting 80 points higher?
I'll tell you what, I think the motivation he got from the first half, not being able to play, I think he had to sit and watch a lot. Not that he wouldn't have had a stellar first half. I think he'd have been great, but he's taken really good care of his body. His body looks great. I think he came in a lot better shape. Just everything looks better. His play at third, I mean, he's so smooth over there. He was smooth last year, but even his range looks great this year. He's good behind the dish again. He's right in the middle of the order, and I think there's maybe he's more comfortable this year or something, knows the league a little bit, but really provides a great AB up there for you, is providing leadership and really wants to win. You know, he wants to be here and do the right things and help this team win, and I'll tell you what, he's had a stellar second half with unbelievable numbers.
Brett, enjoy the rest of the regular season. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
That was Brett Jody. I'm Justin Answell. This has been the Brett Jody Show right here on SPN.TV. Really good stuff from Brett. Right now with 30 games to go, Somerset is in sole possession of first place. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. First pitch in baseball right here on SPN.TV. Thank you. Live from TD Bank Ballpark in lovely Bridgewater, New Jersey, SPN.TV and WCTC proudly present another production of Somerset Patriots Baseball. As tonight, your Somerset Patriots host the York Revolution for the final game of this four-game midweek set. Somerset in sweep mode, York in salvage mode. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me on this very hot and steamy Thursday evening, August 18th, 2016. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether it be locally in Central Jersey on 1450 AM on your radio dial, maybe across the globe on SPN.TV or WCTCAM.com, or maybe via your iPhone, iPad, or Android. Just search Somerset Patriots in the App Store and download that free app immediately. I'm the voice of the Somerset Patriots, Justin Antwell. Thanks so much for spending your Thursday evening with me. The Somerset Patriots are playing an outstanding brand of baseball. They have won 7 of their last 8 games. Over their last 13 games, they're averaging 7.5 runs per game. The offense is averaging 12 hits per contest. They're led by what should be the MVP of the Atlantic League, David Vidal. He leads the league in home runs with 21. He has 53 RBI in 57 games played. Somerset has taken each of the first 3 games in this midweek set, winning 6-5 in 15 innings on Monday, 6-4 in a day game on Tuesday on the Vidal go-ahead grand slam in the 8th. And then last night they crushed the York Revolution 13-2. 11 of their 13 runs came with 2 outs. Pitching matched up for you tonight. 2 right-handers going at it. Tyrell Harris for the Revs, 3-4, 4.99 ERA against Donovan Hand for the Pats, 4-4, 5.11 ERA. The Patriots have taken the field. The York Revolution, they're on the top step of the dugout down the third baseline. We'll have a fireworks show after the game. We are just about ready for baseball. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups, first pitch, and baseball. Game number 111 of our Marathon 140-game season on tap exclusively on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you to please remain standing. And again, we ask everyone, please remember to remove your caps with the exception of our active military personnel and our veterans who may keep their caps on while maintaining a salute. To honor America, with the singing of our national anthem, Tenacia Page.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the 12 last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright reached dreaming. And the Rockies raised the land, the bombs bursting in air, gazed through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Behind home plate, 85 degrees, humid, clear outside. We are just about ready for baseball. Somerset has won 7 of their last 8. York has lost 5 of their last 6. The Patriots are trying to bust out their brooms and complete the 4-game sweep. The starting lineups, they're brought to you by TD Bank. If you want a bank that's a little more human, talk to TD Bank. They treat people well like people. That's why they're open longer than other banks. That's why you can talk to a real person 24/7, so visit tdbank.com. For the visiting York Revolution, led by fourth-year skipper Mark Mason, they come in with a 21-18 second-half record, 61-48 overall. Leading off, Travis Witherspoon in center field, batting second, Jared Mitchell in right field, hitting third, Joel Guzman at first base, cleaning up Andres Perez at second base, hitting fifth, Michael Rocken in left field, batting sixth, Brian Pounds at third base, and 7, 8, 9 respectively, Brandon Chavez at shortstop, Josh Wilson at DH, and Salvador Paniagua is the catcher, rounding out the order. These 9 batters will face right-hander Donovan Hand, former big leaguer with the Cincinnati Reds and Milwaukee Brewers, stands at 6'3". He weighs 235 pounds. He's 30 years old, from Alabama. He began the year in Taiwan. Then he signed with Somerset about 6 weeks into the season. His first 6 appearances with the Patriots were as a reliever, but then there was such a need in the rotation, they transitioned him from a reliever to a starter, and he's done a pretty good job. In his 12 starts, he's given up 1 or 0 runs in half of them, in 6 of those 12 starts. So this is his 19th appearance with the Patriots. His record, 4-4 with a 5.11 ERA. 68 2/3 innings pitched, 85 hits allowed, 46 strikeouts, 13 walks. He's just got about a 3-to-1 strikeout-to-walk ratio. He has given up 10 home runs. He has to keep the ball down, and he should be feeling good about himself. He's coming off his first win since July 9th. He picked up the win earlier this homestand in an outing against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, where he went the minimum 5 innings and yielded 4 runs. But he has struggled against York this season, 0-2 in 3 games with an ERA north of 10. Here's the defense behind the cerebral right-hander. Left to right in the outfield, Eggleston, Zerillo, Van Kirk. Left to right around the diamond, Guzman, Kelly, Vidal, Lahair, and the batter mid of hand is Crowell. Eric Ferris is missing his 2nd straight game, tight hamstring. Brett's being precautious. Ferris is active. He could get a pinch hit at bat later, but there's so much depth in this team, you don't need to force the issue with Eric Ferris. And how about David Vidal? He's playing his 4th different position this year. He's played first base, third base, of course, catcher, and this is his 2nd start at second base this season. Great crowd on hand. We'll have a fireworks show after the game. This is the final game of a 7-game homestand for the Somerset Patriots. They're in the midst of playing 13 of 16 at home. Somerset just took 2 of 3 against Southern Maryland. They've taken the first 3 against the Revs, and all 3 wins against the Revs were in come-from-behind fashion. Leading off, Travis Witherspoon. The right-hander's batting .293 with 8 home runs and 35 RBI. The South Carolina native clubbed a home run in the series opener. That was that 15-inning marathon that lasted 5 hours and 15 minutes. Donovan Hand operates from the stretch. First pitch to Witherspoon, knee-high for a strike. It's officially go time at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are underway from the jewel of the Atlantic League, 85 degrees, clear and humid. Ideal summer evening for baseball. The 0-1 from hand, rocking the high dark black socks and blue mitt. Fastball foul behind home plate. Count balloons to 0-2. We're here at TD Bank Ballpark, the two-time Independent Ballpark of the Year per BallparkDigest.com. It's 317 feet down the left field line, 315 feet down the right field line, 365 feet in the gaps, and 402 to dead center. The 0-2 from hand, fastball up on a waste pitch, count 1-2. Umpires for you this evening: Skip Dietz behind home plate, J.B. Torres at first, and the crew chief, Steve Leonardo, patrolling third. Nobody out, nobody on, top of the first, scoreless. The 1-2 from hand to Witherspoon. Slider, check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says home plate umpire Skip Dietz. No even need to appeal to J.B. Torres standing at first. One away. This is a York Revolution team that leads the Atlantic League in strikeouts. They have struck out 86 more times than the next closest team. And in this series, they've already struck out 39 times, including 19 times on Monday. Those 19 strikeouts by the Patriots pitching staff on Monday, that tied a franchise record for most strikeouts in a game by a Somerset Patriot pitching unit. Impressive. I know Corey Dommel, the fourth-year pitching coach, has to be smiling with that stat. Here's left-hander Jared Mitchell. Takes a curveball in for a called strike, 0-1. Mitchell bats .277 on the season, but he pounds Somerset pitching. Against Somerset, he hits .353. 4 home runs, 19 RBI. Curveball in for a called strike, 0-2. Half his home runs have come against the reigning Atlantic League champs. Somerset has played York very well. They're 10-6 against the York Revolution in 2016, including 8-1 at TD Bank Ballpark. Fastball up and away, 1-2. And this is a very good York team. They won the first half Freedom Division title. They're led by fourth-year skipper Mark Mason, who's coaching third for him. Mason was the 2014 Atlantic League Manager of the Year. The 1-2. Curveball low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the first inning, we're scoreless. Mason earlier this year became York's all-time leader in wins as skipper. He passed his predecessor, Andy Etchebarren. It's Mason's 7th year with the club. The 2-2 from hand. Fouled into the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. Meanwhile, Somerset, they're led by fourth-year skipper Brett Jody, and you might say this is Brett's best job in his 4 years. You know, he won 85 games at least in each of his first 3 years. It's been a grind since that 13-0 start, and he has retooled the roster. He's developing players. I mean, how about the growth from Kelly and Zarillo, Vidal, Jackson Jr.'s emerging as a threat. The 2-2. Looper into right field, base hit. Jared Mitchell, wide banana turn around first, but he'll put on the brakes there. Mitchell continues to hit Somerset pitching well. That was a high changeup that Hand probably wants back. 1 on, 1 out, top of the first inning. Scoreless between York and Somerset, and here comes the tallest position player in the Atlantic League, Joel Guzman. Stands at 6'7". The 31-year-old in his second straight year in the Atlantic League, was an all-star for Camden last year. But with Camden no longer in existence, he was free to sign with any team, and he latched down with York. He leads the Atlantic League in RBI with 75. 14 home runs, .296 batting average. One of the premier players in the league. Bounces one to the third baseline foul. Count 0-1. Guzman is susceptible to the double play. He leads the team in double plays banged into with 13. That's 6 more than anybody else on his squad. Middle infielders pinched in up the middle. 0-1 count, 1 out. Scoreless top of the first inning. Guzman, a former big leaguer with the Dodgers and Devil Rays. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Hand. Blew it by the big righty. Count 0-2. The bat is like a toothpick in Guzman's hands. Just a massive human being. And baseball players, they're a lot bigger when you see them in person, but they're not supposed to be 6'7". You know, that's like an offensive lineman height or a basketball player height. The 0-2. Swung on and drilled foul behind home plate. Count 0-2. Somerset won 6-5 in 15 innings on Monday. They were down 5-4 in the bottom of the 15th, down to their final strike with the bases loaded. And Aaron Eggleston golfed a game-winning 2-run walk-off single off the base of the right field wall. Somerset won the Camp Day game on Tuesday. Pickoff throw to check on Mitchell. He gets back in time. The Patriots were down 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Ricardo Gomez, the all-star setup man for the Revs, was on the hill. He'd allowed 1 home run in his first 40 appearances. But then he surrendered a grand slam to David Vidal, his Atlantic League leading 21st salami of the year, his Atlantic League leading 21st home run of the year. Throw over to check on Mitchell. He gets back in time and has a good pickoff move for a righty. And then last night, Javon Jackson Jr. dropped a pop-up in right center field. The Revs had a 1-0 lead, but Somerset scored 13 of the game's final 14 runs. 2 home runs from Carlos Guzman and a big back-breaking blast from Kyle Roller. Another throw over to check on Mitchell. He gets back in time. Hands really preoccupied with Jared Mitchell. As he should be. Mitchell can run. He has 19 steals in 20 tries, only been caught once. Not only is Mitchell fast, he's smart. He has a very big lead at first. 0-2 count, 1 out. Scoreless top of the first between York and Somerset. Long set for hand. Mitchell starts, then stops. Slider away. Crowell thought about the snap throw to first, but doesn't pull the trigger. Count 1-2 here to Joel Guzman. This is a York team that lives and dies by the long ball. They've clubbed 101 home runs this season. That's second most in the Atlantic League. Only the Lancaster Barnstormers have hit more over the wall. The 1-2. Fastball, foul tipped at home plate. Just getting a piece to stay alive. Joel Guzman. That might have clipped the left shoulder of the home plate umpire, Skip Deeds. So classy gesture by Rob Crowell to talk to Donovan Hand to buy Skip Dietz some time to kind of regroup. This at-bat's been so long, Skip Dietz needs a fresh set of baseballs. Donovan Hand was in the big leagues last year, setting up for Aroldis Chapman. When Chapman was on the Reds, he was a reliever on the Reds. But majority of Hand's time in the show was in 2013 with the Brewers. That was the team that drafted him in 2007. At a Jacksonville State University in the 14th round. And he was actually in the big leagues with Eric Ferris, Somerset's super utility man. Throw over to check on Mitchell. Head first dive back into the bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. No score between York and Somerset. Donovan Hand's welcome to the big leagues moment was the very first batter he ever faced. He faced Andrew McCutchen in Pittsburgh. The 1-2, slider swung on and missed, strike 3, throw to second, not in time. Feet first slide for Mitchell. His 20th steal in 21 tries. But a good slider from Hand, a weak wave and a miss from Guzman. So 2 outs, runner on second. Scoreless top of the first. Yeah, the first batter that Hand ever faced was McCutchen. McCutchen would single up the middle against Hand. And that was in 2013. That was the year Andrew McCutchen won the National League MVP. Here's the cleanup hitter, Andres Perez. 273 hitter, 10 home runs, 54 RBI for the right-hander. Andres Perez is the face of the York franchise in his 5th year with the club. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit. They're going to wave Jared Mitchell. Eggleston fields it and lobs it to David Vidal at second base to concede the run. The Revs draw first blood. That's Andres Perez's 55th RBI of the season. And York leads against Somerset 1-0 here in the top of the first. Well, you know, I talked about how Andres Perez is the face of the franchise. He is the greatest York Revolution position player of all time. He's their franchise's all-time leader in hits with 573, extra base hits with 198, total bases 904, doubles 127, RBI 302, games 494, and at-bats 1,949. Single through the left side for a base hit.
Check out SomersetPatriots.com for offers from our promotional partners, Grove Hut.
That hit by Michael Rocket. We saw Michael Rocket pitch last night. York did not want to use any of its relievers in a lopsided game, so in the bottom of the 8th inning, Mark Mason threw in the white towel, and he said, you know what, I'm going to preserve my bullpen. We're going to lose this game. Let's just get a position player to pitch. And Rocket did pitch twice for Camden last year in those same kind of circumstances. So Rocket, who's really been hitting the ball well, he's batting .429 over his last 16 game singles through the left side. 2 on, 2 out, 1-0 York leads. And the batter is Brian Pounds. They're making Donovan Hand work here. Donovan Hand's already thrown 19 pitches. The 0-1 to the right-hander Pounds, a .235 hitter with 8 homers and 44 RBI. Fastball foul tipped in the middle of Crowell, count 0-2. So Somerset knows if they want to win this ball game, they'll have to look for their 35th come-from-behind win of the season. RBI single by Andres Perez has given York a 1-0 lead. The Revs will look for more. The 0-2 with 2 outs and 2 on. 1-0 York leads, bottom of the first against Somerset. The 0-2. Fastball upstairs. Count 1-2. Yeah, Hand actually could strike out the side. Brian Pounds has the 5th most strikeouts in the Atlantic League at 95. Capacity crowd starts the 2-strike clap. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 count. Hand trying to minimize the damage. The curveballs weakly dribble to third. Guzman will go the long way across the diamond to first. Good stretch by Lahair, ends the frame. 3 hits and 1 run for York through 1/2 inning of play. Somerset trails by 1 right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
I'm what you call a clinical trial patient.
This is the bridge that connects the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital to the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. It's how we link 4 hospitals to hundreds of cancer specialists, and where precision medicine, genomics, and clinical trials come together every day to bridge the gap between cancer and a cure.
Last chance, more like fighting chance.
Robert Wood Johnson Health System, leading the way to health.
Each race will include the ticket for the parachute drop, which will take place September 11th at a Patriot game.
1-0 York leads Somerset, bottom of the first inning. Here's the starting 9 for the Somerset Patriots. They are led by 4th-year skipper Brett Jody, 22-18 in the second half, 60-50 overall. Leading off, Vinny Zerillo in center field, batting second Aaron Eggleston in left field. Hitting third, David Vidal at second base. Cleaning up, Brian Lahair at first base. Hitting fifth, Kyle Roller at DH. Batting sixth, Brian Van Kirk in right field. And 7, 8, 9 respectively, Carlos Guzman at third base, Rob Crowell at catcher, and Scott Kelly is the shortstop. Rounding out the order. Pitching for the York Revolution, it's 6'4", 240-pound right-hander, 29 years old, from Knoxville, Tennessee, Tyrell Harris. Numbers for Harris, 3-4 record, 4.99 ERA. This is his 12th start and 30th appearance, 82 hits and 79 in the third innings pitched, 84 strikeouts, 34 walks. Opponents hitting .272 against Tyrell Harris. This is his first start against the Patriots in 2016. Curveball inside, count 1-0 to the .259 hitting Rutgers product, Vinny Zerillo. Homer and 20 RBI for Vinny Z. In for a called strike, count 1-1 to the 5'9", 185-pound left-hander. Zerillo will see a lot more playing time with Michael Jones having been retired and Trayvon Robinson traded to Lancaster and Eric Ferris sidelined with a tweaked hamstring. It's a youth movement in Somerset. I mean, think about all the guys getting some playing time. Jackson Jr., Zerillo, Kelly. These guys are 25 and younger. The 1-2. Low and in, count 2-2. And Zerillo has proven that he's earned playing time. It was funny, he was signed in an emergency situation the second week of the season because Somerset was so banged up. And he didn't know if he'd be around for 2 days or 2 months. Well, he's been around for 3 months. 2-2 count here to Zerillo. Nobody out, nobody on. 1-0 York leads Somerset on the Andres Perez RBI single to left field in the top of the first. The right-hander Tyrell Harris shakes off Paniagua twice. Now they agree on a sign. From the windup, he fires. Sliced down the left field line, foul past the tarp area. Count 2-2. Great crowd on hand. Not an empty seat here at TD Bank Ballpark. It's funny, Somerset's in the midst of playing 13 of 16 at home, while York's in the midst of playing 14 of 17 on the road. And York is a team that is so much better at home than they are on the road. The 2-2. Fastball upstairs, 3-2. The York Revolution have the best home record in the league at 38-18. But on the road, very pedestrian, 23-30 this season. Nice full count here for Zerillo. Patriots are the most patient team in the Atlantic League, having walked 407 times. The 3-2 is spanked behind home plate foul. We'll do it again. This is a Patriots offense that has walked 58 more times than the next closest team. This is a Patriots team that has scored at least 1 run in the first inning in 11 of their last 14 contests. The 3-2, it's popped up, foul side of third. Brian Pounds, adjacent to the dugout, makes the catch. And the 9-pitch battle is won by Tyrell Harris. 1 out, bottom first, nobody on base, 1-0 York leads Somerset. Here comes left-hander Aaron Eggleston. He was the hero in the series opener. Clubbed a walk-off, 2-run single off Michael Click in the bottom of the 15th inning. It was Aaron Eggleston's second different walk-off hit in the 15th inning this season. He also had one on July 3rd in the 15th against Bridgeport to dead center field. Mr. 15th inning. In for a called strike, count 0-1. Tried to confirm with the Elias Sports Bureau if that was indeed a record. Waiting to hear back, but we believe that's a record, that nobody in the Atlantic League's history has had 2 walk-offs in the 15th inning in the same season. Foul behind home plate, count 0-2. I'm sure Aaron Eggleston loves hitting in the 15th inning, but I don't think anybody wants to go to a 15th inning, especially because there's fireworks after the game. And Somerset has an early morning bus ride to Bridgeport for a big 3-game weekend set. The 0-2 to the 306 hitter with 6 home runs. Low and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eggleston 35 RBI. He's been so consistent. Eggleston has hit safely in 19 of his last 21 games. The 1-2. Ground ball up the other way. Weird spin on it, and that eats up Pounds. That'll be an E5. Had some awkward spin on it, but that's a play Pounds has to make. Eggleston's aboard at first. And it is an E5. It was kind of a cue shot off the end of the bat. And Pounds tried to field it adjacent to his shin and just ate him up. 1 on, 1 out, and here comes the indispensable David Vidal. In 57 games, the right-hander from Miami has 21 home runs, tops in the league, a .336 batting average, and 53 RBI. He missed 53 games with a quad injury. First pitch, ground ball down the third baseline, fair. Cutting it off before it could get to the corner, it's Michael Rocket. Eggleston will go first to third. Vidal puts the brakes on at first base. Good defense by Rocket in left to dart to that baseball before it could rattle around in the corner. David Vidal now hits safely in 26 of his last 29 ball games. He hit .259 last year. He's hitting about .340 this year. Men on the corners, 1 out. 1-0 York leads Somerset. This brings up cleanup hitter brought to you by Raritan Building Services Corporation, Brian LaHare, hitting .281 with 8 home runs and 69 RBI for Brian LaHare. Those 69 RBI, third most in the Atlantic League. Infield plays back for the double play. Fastball away. Count 1-0 to the big lefty. LaHare picked up 2 RBI in the 13-2 win last night. The 1-0. Ripped down the left field line, foul, count 1-1. LaHare has 16 more RBI than anybody else in the team. And you talk to David Vidal, a huge reason why Vidal is having so much success his sophomore year with Somerset, it's because of a guy like Brian LaHare, who's provided outstanding protection. It's the best 3-4 combination in the Atlantic League. The 1-1 here to LaHare. Vidal's in motion, curveball inside, throw to second, one hops into the shortstop's mitt, and Vidal gets a stolen base. 4th steal in 5 tries for David Vidal, his 2nd straight night with a steal. Good play by Chavez to field that ball in a short hop and then immediately glance over to check on Eggleston at third to make sure he wasn't going to advance to home. That takes away the double play threat. Let's see how Mason aligns his defense. He'll play the infield back and give up a run for an out. The 1-2 here to the player with the 3rd most RBI in the Atlantic League. The pitch from Harris. Ripped down the left field line, foul. We'll do it again. This for Tyrell Harris. He was born in Compton, California. Former 19th round pick in 2009 by the Atlanta Braves. And this is his 4th year in the Atlantic League. He has peaked at the AAA level with the Braves and Cubs systems. But he was with Bridgeport for 2 years, now York for the last 2 years. Slider swung on and missed. LaHare chased one low and away. Over anxious was the big lefty. 2 outs, unproductive there. This brings up Roller. Roller's really playing well. He's batting .300 with 3 home runs and 15 RBI. Had a 2-run home run in the middle of last night's game that made the score from 2-1 to 4-1 to really give some cushion for Nick Turley. The North Carolina native sees a first pitch letter high fastball for a strike, 0-1. 28 years old is Roller. He began the year in AAA with the Rays organization. He was signed to replace Matt Fields. And you heard in the pregame show from Brett Jody, Brett points to Roller as one of the biggest midseason acquisitions that this team has made. They've made a lot of them. Curveball in for a called strike, count 0-2. And that's why this team has turned it around, because these new pieces, they've executed on the field, they've bought into the system off the field. They're high-character guys, guys like a Jim Miller and a Nick Turley and a Kyle Roller and a Jeremy Bleich, just to name a few. Even the most recent newcomer, Javon Jackson Jr., the 0-2. Low and in, count 1-2. And when you don't win the first half, you have to make some moves. You can't keep the team as status quo. And yes, Somerset's had injuries, and the reserves have stepped up. How about Scott Kelly? He's had a tremendous stretch in place of Mateo, who's out with a hamstring injury. The 1-2 here to Roller with runners on 2nd and 3rd in the first. Slider swung on and missed, strike 3. Nice job by Tyrell Harris. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, and he fans both LaHare and Roller. Through 1 inning from TD Bank Ballpark, 1-0 York leads Somerset on the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
right? In the spirit of the Olympics, we got a little relay race. It's going to be Abby against the teams of Sparky, General Efficient, and Slider. They've been working on the handoff, and I think they got it down pat. Are you ready, Abby? Are you ready, Sparky? General, Slider, on your mark. Get set, go. Everybody cheer them on. Here we go. We got Abby racing around. And we have Sparky and General Efficient. Here goes the handoff at second. That was a good clean handoff. Come on, Abby, let's go. Here we go. Coming down to the last 90 feet. They're going over to... Oh, they bundled it again. There they go. Somebody pick up the baton. Abby is our winner. Nice job, Abby. Let's hear from everybody winner on Sparky Dash. And she's going to get Patriots picture frame and Robert Johnson t-shirt. Robert Johnson with campuses in Brunswick and Central America's best hospitals. Visit them online at rwth.edu.
You want a $50 gift certificate to PC Richard? Post a picture on Instagram.
Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems is the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. Affinity Federal Credit Union, banking, investing, advising. Learn how you can belong to something better at www.joinaffinity.com. Glad to have Mike Lawrence board hopping for me in our WCTC into things. Great to have Ed, Andrea, and Mark running the control room on our SPN.TV side of things. I'm Justin Antwell. Gorgeous night for baseball. Top of the second inning in the series finale between York and Somerset. The Revs lead 1-0 on Perez's ribby single in the first. Here's the switch hitter, Brennan Chavez. He'll bat from the left side against the right-hander hand. The 6'3" shortstop hits .227 with a homer and 26 RBI. Takes a knee-high fastball for a called strike. Count 0-1. Hand threw 22 pitches in that first inning. The 0-1. Fastball upstairs. Count 1-1. Chavez played for Somerset in 2011. That was Somerset's worst year in franchise history. They won 48 games that year. The 1-1. Hit to deep center field. Back goes Zerillo at the warning track. Leaps, and he makes the catch. A 398-foot loud out for Brennan Chavez. He was eyeing it, just his second home run of the season. And Hand got away with a fastball up and in. This brings up Josh Wilson. He's the everyday shortstop, but getting the half night off with the DH duties. 1-0 York leads, 1 out top of the second. In the top of the fifth inning tonight, we'll be joined by the 2016 Kids CEO for the Somerset Patriots, Nilesh. Nilesh has been working really hard in 2016. He's been with various departments in the Somerset Patriots front office. Today he's getting a look at the media relations and broadcasting and public relations department. So we'll have him on air. Ground ball to short. Scott Kelly charges on 3 hops. Slings it to first, 2 outs. Wilson, the 246 hitter, retired on 1 pitch. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the second, 1-0 York leads Somerset. Digging in from the right side, Salvador Paniagua playing in his 401st career game with the York Revolution. Second all-time in Revs history in games played. He's the longest tenured Rev, 6 years with the club. But he's really struggling in 2016. Keith Castillo's the everyday catcher, but Mark Mason just giving him a day off. Paniagua batting .211 with 2 homers and 13 RBI. He was a 2013 Atlantic League All-Star. First pitch curveball for a called strike to the Dominican Republic native. Count 0-1. Penny, a 6'2" stocky catcher. The 0-1. Ground ball to second base, gobbled up by Vidal. A much cleaner inning for Donovan Hand as the side is retired on that 4-3 putout. Through an inning and a half from Central New Jersey, 1-0 York leads Somerset here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Welcome to the brand new Somerset Patriots app. What is an app? Everything Somerset Patriots, all at your fingertips. The Patriots My Rewards program. Download this free app today at the Apple Store or Google Play. I might not know what an app is, but this one is really fun.
Wellman Home Services, plumbing, heating, electric, and air, service you can trust since 1962. Download the new Somerset Patriots mobile app for free in the App Store. Just search Somerset Patriots so you can get the schedule, roster, statistics, social feeds, videos, rewards, and much more. Download now and stay connected. 1-0, York leads Somerset. Bottom of the second inning, I'm Justin Answell. This brings up Brian Van Kirk. Van Kirk on the season. .211 hitter in 27 starts with 2 home runs and 11 RBI. He does have 2 home runs this past week, though. Turned 31 years old a few days ago. South Florida native, so he's used to this heat. Tyrell Harris wiggled out of a second and third one-out jam, looking for a cleaner inning here. First pitch from Harris to Van Kirk. In for a called strike. Count 0-1. Van Kirk was signed to replace Carlos Guzman at the beginning of July when Guzman had a hamstring injury and hasn't seen a lot of playing time. Foul behind home plate. Count 0-2. But with Ferris in the shelf, he'll get some at-bats here. And I had him on the post-game show earlier this homestand. He told me, yeah, he admitted he was pressing early in the season because he wanted to make a positive impact right away. He was trying to do too much. The 0-2. Curveball slung foul down the left field line, giving a look as Pounds adjacent to the camera well, but he runs out of real estate. Count 0-2. He just needs to relax and be himself. Look, he's proven he can hit in this league. In 2014, when he was on Camden, he had 11 home runs and 68 RBI. In 109 games with the Sharks. The 0-2. Fastball away, count 1-2. And he told me when he was on Camden, whenever he would play Somerset, in the back of his mind, he's like, you know what? That's the Yankees of independent ball. And now he's on the team. Now he's on the Yankees of Indy ball. Slider swung on and missed, strike 3. That slider has been the out pitch for Tyrell Harris. He struck out Lahair, Roller, and Van Kirk, all on sliders, all in a row. 1 out, bottom second, 1-0. York leads Somerset in the Andres Perez RBI single. And here comes the hottest hitter other than David Vidal in the lineup, Carlos Guzman. How about these August stats for the 30-year-old from Brooklyn? Guzman, 389 in August. That's his batting average. A 493 on-base percentage with 4 homers and 15 RBI. There's still 2 weeks to go in this month. Fastball swung on and missed. Count 0-1. Overall, a .272 hitter with 11 home runs and 49 RBI. Had a pair of home runs last night in the 13-2 convincing win as Somerset clinched the series. The 0-1 here to the tall lefty. Low and away, count 1-1. But Guzman did not have a home run in July, and he has 4 already this month. The real Guzman is back. I mean, this was the Guzman that Somerset expected when they picked him up in the offseason after the Camden franchise folded. He was an all-star with the Sharks last year. He actually has more home runs this year than he did all last year, and he had an all-star season a year ago. The 2-1 here to Guzman. Pulls an outside pitch softly to first, gobbled up by Joel Guzman, no relation. Joel steps in the bag to beat Carlos to it, 2 outs. This brings up Rob Crowell. Crowell batting .234 with 2 home runs on the season and 16 RBI. Crowell one of 4 catchers in the team. A lot of depth at that position with Mike Kearns, David Vidal, Yovan Gonzalez, and of course Crowell. Crowell hacks at a first pitch and lines it in the left field line foul. Count 0-1. Crowell missed about 13 games with a right knee injury, and it's taken him a while to get his legs under him, no pun intended, just to get his depth perception right, his timing and rhythm straight at the plate. I know he's been working overtime with first-year hitting instructor Glenn Barker. Fastball up and away, count 0-1. I think sometimes Crowell's a bit too antsy, and he reaches for things, and he dips his back shoulder. If he stays level with the baseball, he's got a pretty swing. This guy was in AAA last year. He's just 27 years old, New Jersey native. The 1-1 lines this one to right field. On the run, Mitchell, but he makes the catch. And when you're kind of struggling like Rob Crowell, you're going to hit the ball hard and still have nothing to show for it. We're through 2 here from TD Bank Ballpark. 1-0, York leads Somerset right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
For a chance to win some fabulous prizes and help support Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, Somerset. Guitar Center lessons in Somerville. We'd like to invite you to visit the world.
Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information. The Children's Specialized Hospital is also a proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Through 2 from 85-degree and humid central New Jersey. 1-0, York leads Somerset. The batter for the Revs, it's Travis Witherspoon. The leadoff hitter for York. He struck out in a slider low and away from hand his first time up. Hand sporting the high dark black socks, 3/4 length white pants. I think this is the first time all year Hand's worn high socks. First pitch curveball in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Witherspoon batting .292. He had the game-tying 3-run home run off Kyler Newby on Monday night. York was down 3-0. They were lifeless through the first 6 innings until that opposite field 3-run shot. Swung on and missed. Count 0-2. And Witherspoon is a threat to strike out. He has struck out 110 times. That's tied for second most in the Atlantic League. He's already struck out once tonight. The 0-2. Fastball, called strike 3. Witherspoon down looking. He's an atypical leadoff hitter. Usually your leadoff hitters are contact hitters, but he has the second most strikeouts in the Atlantic League now with 111. As he walks back to the dugout with his chin down, 1 away. Here comes Jarrett Mitchell. Mitchell looped a single to right field, came around to score after he stole second on the Perez RBI single. Jarrett Mitchell, 27 years old. Bats left-handed, 292 hitter, 4 homers, 19 RBI. Went to Louisiana State University. Breaking ball in for a called strike, 0-1. And he was one of the best two-way athletes to ever play Division I sports. He won a 2007 BCS title with the LSU football team as a special teamer and as a wide receiver. And then 2 years later, he was the 2009 College World Series most outstanding player on LSU's baseball team. I mean, I think he might be the only person ever to win a BCS title and a College World Series title. I mean, imagine Jared Mitchell walking around on campus. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Hand to start the third. 4 Ks for Donovan Hand through 2 2/3 innings. 1-0 York leads Somerset. Top of the third, 2 outs, no one on. And the batter is Joel Guzman. He struck out in a lengthy at-bat his first time up. But Donovan Hand, he's got his swing and miss stuff going. And I know we're in the early stages of this one, but this looks like a really good pitcher's duel. Swung on and missed, count 0-1. Both pitchers have plus stuff tonight. Joel, a 296 hitter. Hen began the year in Taiwan. He said he's very happy to be back in the United States. He did not like it in Taiwan. Yeah, the money's good out there, but he lost 20 pounds while out there. He said it just was really tough to find food out there, and the language barrier was difficult to adjust to. The 1-1. Fouled down the right field line. Out of play, count 1-2. But ironically, he came over from Taiwan to Somerset, and the guy who went from Somerset to Taiwan was Efrain Nieves, and he's still out there. But Hand's part of this starting pitching staff overhaul. You know, the 5-man rotation to start the year in April, nobody is still in the rotation. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 York leads, top of the third. Hand trying to strike out the side. The 1-2. Low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This is a York team that leads the Atlantic League in strikeouts. 89 more Ks than any other team. The 2-2. Fastball, called strike 3, clips the outside corner. Donovan Hand strikes at the side, and it was the top of the order. Witherspoon, Mitchell, and Guzman. Through 2.5, 1-0 York leads Somerset here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
Check your mailbox. You could find money in it. Money Mailer could be in your mailbox right now. You'll find great offers from local area businesses you know and trust, including the Somerset Patriots. You can also find all of these offers and many more at moneymailer.com or on our new convenient Money Mailer app for Android and iPhone users. So start saving money now and look for your Money Mailer envelope, which might be in your mailbox today.
Go with Go with the pro with Somerville Aluminum. They are the proud sponsor of the Somerset Patriots full-service home remodeling. For 106 years, Carrier has offered specialized services to care for individuals suffering from psychiatric and addictive disorders. So visit www.carrierclinic.org. 1-0, York leads Somerset, bottom of the third inning. Kelly, Zerillo, Eggleston due up. 9-1-2 in the order against right-hander Tyrell Harris. Harris has retired 5 in a row. Kelly has had a tremendous homestand. He's hit safely in all six of the games thus far. And he's batting .462. 12 for 26 is Scott Kelly. He's a New Jersey native, loves playing at home. Hits over 300 at TD Bank Ballpark, just .223 on the road. Fastball away, count 1-0. No homers for Scott Kelly. 22 RBI. You'd love to get Kelly on. He's third in the Atlantic League in stolen bases. And this is a Somerset team that leads the league in steals, the 1-0. Roper on the left field line, foul. Count 1-1. And Kelly's getting a chance to play every day because Luis Mateo's on the shelf with a hamstring injury. The 6'4", 240-pound Tyrell Harris on the hill. Came into this game with a 4.99 ERA. You wouldn't know it from the way he's been throwing early. Fastball away, count 2-1. Tyrell Harris, originally from Compton, California, currently resides in Knoxville, Tennessee. He went to the University of Tennessee where he was a journalism major. Smart guy, the 2-1. Fastball called a strike, count 2-2. And he was a great athlete coming out of high school. He had a full scholarship to play both defensive end and tight end at Oregon in the Great Northwest in the Pac-12. But he wanted to pursue a baseball career instead. Low and away, count 3-2. He has the size to play D-end or tight end. He grew up idolizing Frank Thomas, another big player, the Big Hurt. The 3-2 here to Kelly. Fly ball, shallow right field. Jared Mitchell sprints in, calls off Perez to make the catch. 1 away. And Tyrell Harris, he's battled through adversity. You know, his life was in danger 5 years ago. June 2011, he was standing on the curb in downtown Tennessee, and a drunk driver hit him. He broke his right leg, and his left foot was crushed. Spent a lot of time in the hospital. He had to learn to walk again. I mean, not only was his sports career in jeopardy, his life was in jeopardy. And not only has he walked again, you know, he's been playing baseball at a really high level. Fastball away, count 1-0. But yeah, he was an innocent bystander standing in the corner, and a drunk driver hit him. The 1-0 here to Zerillo. Fastball in for a called strike. Count 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-0 York leads Somerset, bottom of the third. Zerillo popped up foul side of third base his first time up. The 1-1. Changeup swung on and missed. Count 1-2. Somerset has one hit through 2 1/3 innings thus far. And that was by the hottest hitter on the planet, David Vidal. The 1-2 to Vinny Z. Change up away. Count 2-2. The reason why Zerillo's having a lot of success, look, I know his batting average is just .257, but you look at his on-base percentage, it's .365. 108 points higher than his BA. The 2-2. Fastball clips the inside corner. Called strike 3. Down looking goes Zerillo. That's 4 punch-outs for Tyrell Harris. It seems like a pretty liberal strike zone for Skip Dietz. This brings up Eggleston. He grounded a third and was safe on a fielding error by Pounds his first time up. The lefty's a 3-time Atlantic League All-Star, a .305 hitter, 6 homers, 35 RBI. First pitch. Fastball inside, count 1-0. Eggleston had the night off last night. Somerset has not had an off day since August 1st. In for a called strike, count 1-1. You really can't even call that an off day because that was the day they had their charity golf outing. So they were very active and busy, for a great cause, and everybody had a lot of fun at that event. The 1-1. In for a called strike, count 1-2. But their next off day is Monday. But this weekend series against Bridgeport is going to be huge. The Patriots begin the evening a half game up on the Bluefish. And they play Bridgeport starting tomorrow for a 3-game set. Sliced into center field, base hit for Eggleston. The man is just so consistent. Been hitting over 300 the entire year, has hit safely in 20 of his last 22 ball games. A 5-game hitting streak for Eggleston. And the go-ahead run comes to the plate in David Vidal. He's homered in 3 of his last 4 games. Runner on first, 2 outs, 1-0 York leads Somerset. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Vidal batting .340 in 58 games with 21 home runs and 53 RBI. Vidal needs 10 home runs the final 30 games, and I'm including this game, to break the Patriots' single-season home run record. So that's a home run every 3 games. And you're like, that's a lot to ask for. Well, you know what? He has 21 home runs in 58 games, so that's 1 home run every 3 games. Actually, that's even better, a better rate. Eggleston in the move, curveball high, and he'll steal second without a throw. Great pitch to steal on because it was a curveball. It takes longer to get to home plate. And for Aaron Eggleston, that's his 8th steal in 10 tries. Doesn't go often, but he picks his spots well. Vidal hits .325 with runners in scoring position. Runner at second, 2 outs, 1-0 York leads Somerset, bottom of the 3rd. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. The 1-0 to David. Change up, spills in for a strike. Count 1-1. Vidal singled sharply through the left side his first time up. Josh Presley and Brennan Larson have the single-season Somerset home run record. They each hit 30 in 2008. Vidal has 10 more home runs than anybody else in the Somerset Patriots. Guzman's next with 11. And how about this stat? Vidal has 9 go-ahead home runs this season. As Paniagua and Harris go through the secondary signs, they think Eggleston might be relaying signs from second base. One count here to David Vidal. Runner on second, 2 outs. 1-0 York leads Somerset in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Long set for Harris. The 1-1. Low and in. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification on the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. Two-one count, 2 outs. A homer gives the Patriots the lead. The 2-1. This ball's cranked to deep left field. Back goes Rocket at the warning track. Jumps at the wall. He tries to make the catch. Did he rob him? Yes, he did. Michael Rocket leaped over the wall and took a home run away from David Vidal. Oh, what a catch by Michael Rocket. Wow. That was impressive. He was Spider-Man. He climbed the wall, put his glove over the wall, made the catch. It's like Indy Chavez in 2006 all over again. No hyperbole. That was a game-saving catch. It would have been a 2-1 score. It would have been Vidal's 22nd homer. Instead, it ends the inning, allowed F7 putout. Kind of a helpless feeling for Vidal. We're through 3. 1-0 York leads Somerset on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Come play with us! BSC has the only 4-level fantasy-themed laser tag arena in the country. Drop in for a game or book your next family fun outing and experience the best laser tag in New Jersey. Arcade games for all ages. Win tickets and take home great prizes just like the Shore. BSC also offers exciting party options in a fun and unique environment. sports leagues, camps, and child development programs. BSC has something for everyone. Stop by and join the excitement.
Gain the freedom to fumble with the new water and shatter-resistant Samsung Galaxy S7 Active. Buy one now and get the Samsung Gear S2 for free, exclusively at AT&T.
Visit the Cyberama and Super Green Solutions booth behind Section 202 because remember, Cyberama is your neighborhood sign shop. Leading off before paying for the revolution,
Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information. The Bridgewater Diner is a great place to meet and eat, so stop by the Bridgewater Diner before or after the game and enjoy great food and company. What a catch by Michael Rocket, one of the better defensive plays I've seen in my 5 years in the Atlantic League. David Vidal hammered one. It was over the wall. Rocket climbs the wall like Spider-Man, sticks his arm over the wall. That's his left arm over the wall because he throws right-handed. And he pulls a home run ball back over the fence to end that inning. That would have been Vidal's 22nd home run, would have been his 10th go-ahead home run, would have given the Patriots a 2-1 lead. Instead, we're in the top of the fourth with York leading 1-0. Keep that catch in mind. Low and away, count 2-1. The point is, you thoroughly expect David Vidal to hit a home run every time he comes up. Nobody's ever seen anything like this in the Atlantic League. And the question is, where are the scouts? The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count 2-2. Andres Perez has driven home the only run of the game, an RBI single to left field back in the first. 1-0 York leads, top four. Nobody out, nobody on. On deck, it's Michael Rocket who had that game-saving catch. The 2-2. Fastball low and away, count 3-2. Perez, a .275 hitter. He played for Bridgeport in 2011, but he's been with York since 2012. He's from New York City. Donovan Hand rocking the blue mitt that he loves to wear. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 4 straight strikeouts for Donovan Hand. That's 6 Ks on the evening through 3 1/3 innings for the cerebral right-hander. Those 6 strikeouts, that ties a season high. He had 6 in his first start back on June 13th at Lancaster. 1 out. 1-0 York leads, top of the fourth. Here comes Michael Rocket. 303 hitter. He pitched last night, had a web gem catch. He's been a renaissance man for the Rebs. Swing and a miss, count 0-1. Rocket 6'2", 185-pound, wiry frame. He's from Sugar Land, Texas. Was on the Skeeters for 2 years, Camden for 1, now York for 1. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. This is J.B. Torres, count 1-1. But the Revs actually have a lot of players formerly on Camden. Michael Click, Michael Rocket, Joel Guzman. Brian Pounds, the 1-1. Liner to first, on one hop, fielded by LaHare. He's going to race Rocket to the back, slides, and he's out. Little miscommunication between LaHare and Hand. LaHare presumed that Hand would break to first. Hand was a little lazy on the mound, didn't want to run, so LaHare had to accelerate into first, and he slid. And he beats Rocket to the bag, and then LaHare and Hand have some words, friendly words, just to discuss better communication the next time around. Nobody's mad at each other. But that's one of those plays that you practice in spring training. Pitchers fielding practice. Where pitchers, you got to field your position too. You got to run to the bag and cover bases. field bunts. A lot more to pitching than just throwing strikes. You got to hold runners on. Low and in, count 1-0. 2 outs, top of the fourth, nobody on. 1-0 York leads Somerset. Pounds grounded out to his counterpart at third his first time up. 235 hitter. Inside, count 2-0. Pounds went to the University of Houston. Played for the Cougars. Has peaked at the AAA level with the Tigers organization. A 2-time Atlantic League All-Star. The 2-0. He has 8 home runs, swung on and missed, count 2-1. And Donovan Hand is dealing. He gave up 3 hits in the first inning. None since. He has retired 9 in a row. The 2-1. Hit to deep left center field. Back goes Eggleston at the warning track at the wall. Gone. 9th home run of the season for Brian Pounds. Pounds one over the left center field wall. And the Revs extend their lead to 2-0 here in the fourth. Well, there goes the streak of 9 straight retired by Donovan Hand. The 11th home run that Hand has allowed this year. And for the Revs, that's their 102nd home run hit as a team. That's second most in the Atlantic League. I mean, they are like the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, they live and die by that long ball. So both Rev runs have been with 2 outs. Somerset knows what 2-out runs are about. 11 of their 13 runs last night were with 2 outs. Chavez takes a fastball up, count 1-0. And the way Tyrell Harris is pitching, he has to feel very comfortable being armed with a 2-0 lead. Long set for Hand, but there's no sweat in the Somerset dugout. Fastball away, count 2-0. I mean, Somerset earlier this season came back from 7 runs down after 5 innings and won a baseball game. They're averaging 7.5 runs their last 13 games. So who cares if they're down 2-0? In for a called strike, count 2-1 to the lefty Chavez, a 226 hitter. A homer and 26 RBI. Began the year in New Britain. He's 36 years old. The 2-1. Curveball outside, count 3-1. Chavez, imagine being from a place where people vacation. He's from Hilo, Hawaii. Like, you live where people pay to vacation. The 3-1. Long set. Ground ball, sharply hit to second. On one knee, Vidal fires to first, inning over. 2-out solo shot by Brian Pounds. Arms the Rebs with a 2-0 lead against the Pats through 3.5 on the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Insurance is a complicated subject. Add a language barrier and it's just a disaster. My name is Melissa Estevez and I work for Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey at Horizon Connect. I love my job because I'm able to connect with the people. Once they realize they can come here and speak to someone in Spanish, they keep coming. Health insurance is very complicated, especially today. I love making it simple for people. It's something that makes me feel fulfilled.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need
Sorry.
help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm going to be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, that's... Hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Just calling him that. Exactly. Not even going to try it. From software developers to project managers, Spearhead Staffing can provide a customized recruiting approach for your company's needs. Visit them at spearheadstaffing.com. That's spearheadstaffing.com. The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. Through 3.5 from the Jewel of the Atlantic League, 2-0, York leads Somerset. 85 degrees, clear weather, capacity crowd on hand. We'll have a fireworks show after the game. Cleanup hitter Brian LaHare gets things going for the Somerset Patriots. Patriots in search of their 35th come-from-behind win of the season, second most in the league. First pitch from Harris, low and in, 1-0. Next half inning, we'll be joined by Neelish, the 2016 Kids CEO. He's been entrenched in the front office this year, doing a variety of different tasks. Today he's got some media relations and PR and broadcasting duties. Swing and a miss, count 1-1. So we'll get Neelish's thoughts on his time with the Somerset Patriots. And he's got to go back to school soon. 1-1 count here to LaHare. Change up, flutters in for a strike, count 1-2. Tyrell Harris has pitched really well. The 1-2. Foul down the left field line. Giving it a look is Pounds, but it goes out of play. Tyrell Harris has struck out 4 through 3 innings. And the only one who's really given him fits was David Vidal, who singled in the first and had a 2-run home run, but Michael Rocket leaped over the wall to rob him of a 2-run home run. No exaggeration there. I mean, literally, his arm was dangling over the wall as he caught that ball. One of the prettier web jams you're going to see. The 1-2. Ground ball to short, fielded by Chavez. Gets in front of it, double clutches. That's an error. Second error of the game for the York Revolution. He bobbled it on the transfer from his glove to his bare hand. So this brings up lefty Kyle Roller. Roller batting .297 with 3 home runs and 15 RBI. Righty pitcher, lefty hitter, runner on first. Nobody out. Tying run of the plate, Roller hit a 2-run home run last night. And he lines this one to center field, base hit. LaHare stops at second. Here come the Patriots. 2 on, nobody out, bottom of the 4th inning. And Brian Van Kirk digs in from the right side.
Right fielder, number 6, Brian Van Kirk.
So Brian Van Kirk is the batter. After that E6, Roller's at first. LaHare's at second. 2 on, nobody out. Would you bunt here with Van Kirk? Nope. Low and in, count 1-0. Van Kirk batting .209. This is his 28th start. In on the grass, it's Pounds. He's expecting a bunt. Van Kirk does not have a sac bunt this season. The 1-0. Foul behind home plate. Count 1-1. So they're going to let Brian Van Kirk swing away. This is a Patriot offense that has scored 97 runs in their previous 13 games. They're averaging 12 hits a contest over their last 13 games. They have 153 hits over that span. The 1-1 here to Brian. Ground ball to short. On to second for 1, to first for 2. And not bunting backfires. I was surprised they didn't at least try it. Because Guzman's been so high. And maybe Brett thought that Guzman would have been intentionally walked to face the struggling Crawl. But at the end of the day, Van Kirk's on the team to swing the bat. He just rolled over one. LaHare goes to third. There's 2 outs. 2-0, York leads Summer. So the good news is you still have the tying run of the plate with Carlos Guzman. The dude's hitting .389 in August. He's as hot as the weather. It's been a really hot week. The 0-1. Ground ball to short. Chavez fields it. No error this time. Inning over. 2 on, nobody out. And York survives unscathed. We're through 4. We're talking with Neelish next. 2-0 Revs lead on the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
From live sports and event streaming to creative and compelling commercial production, utilizing cutting-edge technology invented and refined over the past decade, Broadcast Venue specializes in guiding New Jersey through the digital age. Our customized, state-of-the-art mobile broadcasting unit allows for a versatile, uninterrupted broadcast to coincide with a crisp, clear picture that can be viewed on your phone, tablet, or computer. Broadcast Venue, the official broadcast provider of the Somerset Patriots.
Two 2-0 York leads Somerset in the series finale from Central New Jersey. I'm Justin Answell, top of the 5th inning. Donovan Hand remains in the hill, and I'm joined by Neelish, the 2016 Kids CEO. Neelish, congratulations. What a great honor. How much fun have you had this year with Somerset?
I've had lots of fun. I've been going around everywhere and learning about how the staff works and what they do. I've never really known about it, so it's been a great experience, like seeing what they do.
What grade will you be going into next month when school starts?
Next month I'll be going to Central School, and I'll be going to get grade 5th.
5th grade, wow. So how long have you been a Patriots fan, Neelish?
I say ever since I was like 5-ish.
Who's your favorite player?
John Hunton.
You like Big John Hunton?
Yeah.
Ground ball to third base, fielded by Guzman as Wilson's retired 1 away. So what's been your favorite stop? For those who don't know, the Kids CEO is chosen every year about the first month of the season, and the youngster is given tasks to be a front office member, and they have to do various tasks with different parts of the organization, right? Right?
Yes.
What's been your favorite, Neelish?
Actually today has been my favorite. I've been going around throughout the ballpark and like taking videos, pictures, and helping with the promotion.
So you want to be in the media relations, PR,
media,
broadcasting with
PR
Mark and Mark?
My favorite, yeah.
So Mark and Mark have been your bosses today?
Yes.
Have you done the ticket office?
I think that's my next one.
That's a fun one. That's in air conditioning. So that's the one I would like.
That's what the store staff told me last.
Yeah, that's probably a good one to choose.
Yeah.
0-1 count, 1 out. 2-0 York leads Somerset in the top of the 5th inning. The batter is Salvador Paniagua. We're talking with Neelish, the 2016 Kids CEO. All right, what else have you done?
The last experience I did was at the kids store.
The team store?
The team
with
store.
Rob?
Yeah. And then I helped with the register.
Ooh.
And I helped organize the store because lots of things.
Fold
didn't
the
have
jerseys and.
Yeah, and I went around and brought all the promotions at the beginning of the game, and then later I went to the fun zone and helped out with helping to advertising kind of stuff.
Awesome. Strikeout for Paniagua. So 2-away, top of the 5th. 2-0 York leads Somerset. What's next for you? You said the ticket office?
Ticket office,
So how many days do you have to come into work?
I get to choose 5 days.
5 days.
Yes.
2 outs, top of the 5th. 2-0 York leads. What was your excitement when you found out you defeated those 4 other kids in the CEO Challenge?
I was really excited when I found out. Actually, last year I also tried and I got into the finals, but unfortunately I didn't get to become the
But that's great
CEO.
resiliency by you. You didn't panic. You didn't get mad.
Yeah. And then, but this year I was happy to become a finalist again, and I became the kid CEO.
An extra year of maturity probably helped,
Yes,
right, Neelish?
it did.
Have you met Big John Hunton yet, if he's your favorite player?
Yes, I have 3 autograph sessions.
Ooh, did you like Big John? You like Fall Out Boy?
Yeah,
The
I
music?
do.
His
Yeah,
music
I
choice?
love it. Yeah.
The 1-1. In for a called strike 1 and 2. Neelish, what would be your walk-up song if you were a baseball player?
I would think, I forget the name.
All right, what type of music do you like?
I like
We'll start there.
Pop music.
Pop music,
Yeah,
okay.
like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Fastball up and in, 2-2. You could just use Big John's walk-up song, too.
I could. Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, I like their music too.
What's your favorite? What makes TD Bank Ballpark so great? This is a really great environment here.
Yeah, like all my friends like can come here. Like if I go to New York or somewhere, lots of random people there. I don't know anyone. Here, everyone knows each other, and you can like have a better connection.
Swinging a miss, strike 3. How about you stay for one more half inning? All right. We got to go to pay. We got to pay the bills the old-fashioned way. We got to step aside. Through 5.5, 2-0. York leads Somerset. Donovan Hand gets a ground out and 2 strikeouts. Bottom 5 coming up next on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Show your exterior some love with a beautiful home makeover. Save 15% on roofing and siding today.
I'm what you call a clinical trial patient.
This is the bridge that connects the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital to the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. It's how we link 4 hospitals to hundreds of cancer specialists, and where precision medicine, genomics, and clinical trials come together every day to bridge the gap between cancer and a cure.
Last chance, more like fighting chance.
Robert Wood Johnson Health System, leading the way to health.
United Healthcare, Medicare, and Retirement. Verizon Partner Solutions, Basking Ridge. Verizon Marketing. Lighting Turner Offices. Zero Surge. Zeus Scientific. The White Cloaks of the King's Guard. And all the groups up on the scoreboard joining us for Scout Day.
Troon Associates is a sponsor of the lawn seating area at the ballpark. At Troon Associates, you'll find more than a wide variety of competitive insurance products. You'll find people understand your needs. Troon Associates is a team of licensed professionals who care about their clients. The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. 2-0 York leads Somerset. I'm Justin Antwell, bottom of the 5th. Rob Crowell gets things going. We're joined by 2016 Kids CEO Neelish. We'll be going to the 5th grade next month. Neelish has been working with various departments in our front office staff throughout the 2016 season. Today's challenge, working with the broadcasting and media relations and public relations department. I know you're only going to be in the 5th grade, but you have any idea of what you want to do, Neelish?
I've been wanting to become a technical engineer when I grow up.
Sky to right field. Jared Mitchell there to haul it in, and Crowell flies out. 1 out. So you want to be a technical engineer.
Yes.
Very, very smart.
I like coding and everything.
You like coding.
It's a big interest in me.
1 out. What's your favorite? What do you play baseball? You got to be in Little League right now, right?
I do like a little baseball with my friends, but
You more of a watcher?
Yeah, but then I do swimming and basketball too.
Very fun. Now, do you keep score at a baseball game? Do you know how to keep score at a baseball game?
Yeah, I do it sometimes.
You do it sometimes.
My friends kind of help me. I'm not really good at it, but.
Have you met the mascot, Sparky Slider, and General Admission?
Yes, I have many times.
1 out, nobody on. 2-0 York leads Somerset in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's Scott Kelly. You like Scott Kelly?
Yes, he's also one of my favorites.
Everybody loves Scott Kelly, and I realize why people like him. He's very likable.
Yes.
He's friendly. He's young, so I think youngsters like you can relate to Scott Kelly. And he works very hard. And I think if there's one thing, Neelish, that you've probably learned, how hard everybody works here in Somerset.
Yeah, that's one thing, yeah.
Have you realized how everybody has a lot of responsibility during the game? It's not just one.
I didn't know they had to do this much. Like I was at the pregame staff meeting today at 1 p.m. and like there was lots of going on, and like people were have to stay there before the game for a long time, and there were so many people cleaning up and like getting all the food ready. There was a lot going on.
There's a lot of moving parts to this well-oiled machine. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-0 York leads Somerset, bottom of the 5th. We're getting a bonus half inning with Neelish, our 2016 Kids CEO. I'm Justin Nance. Well, the 1-2, low and away, count 2-2. You know, the hours in minor league baseball, this is not like a typical 9-to-5 job. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I have.
Now, I know why you like the Broadcasting Media Relations Department, because of the free food in the press box, right? You were enjoying those chicken fingers earlier today.
Yeah, I was.
They have good food at TD Bank Ballpark. Fastball away, 3-2. What's your go-to food choice here?
The healthy food place.
But you were eating chicken fingers today.
I don't know.
You like the healthy food selection is good. They have good fruit out there.
Yeah.
3-2 count, 1 out. 2-0 York leads Somerset, bottom of the 5th. Fastball called, strike 3 in the outside corner. Kelly down looking. This brings up Vinny Zerillo, who went to Rutgers University, not too far away from here. Where are you from, Neelish? What town?
I'm from Warren, New Jersey.
Warren, New Jersey. Not too far away.
Yeah.
What, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Your parents here tonight?
Not. They're listening to me right now.
Oh, they're listening. Very nice. Do you listen to a lot of and watch a lot of Patriot games on SPN.TV?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. When I can't always make it to the game, I always try to do it.
Very fun. 2-0 York leads Somerset. Fastball up and away. Count 1-0. So what day does school start?
I don't really look at the school calendar, but usually it's after Labor Day.
Have you done your summer reading yet, Neelish?
Yeah, I finished it. We only have 1 book for the whole school.
Only 1 book?
Yeah.
I should have gone to your middle school. The 1-0 here to Zerillo. Fastball in for a called strike, 1-1. But you're a math guy. If you like coding and stuff, math's involved.
Yeah.
And that's why baseball's a great sport.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of numbers. What's your favorite stat? Like when you and your friends talk about baseball, what stat do you like the most?
I like talking about how well players hit, and then
you like batting average.
Yeah, batting average.
1-2 Canner to Zerillo, who has a .256 batting average. You a fan of David Vidal? What do you think of the year Vidal's having? You follow it closely?
I didn't really follow him.
You didn't follow David
No.
Vidal. Swinging and a miss, strike 3. Neelish, great talking to you. Thanks so much for being part of the media relations and PR staff.
Yes.
Best of luck in 5th grade. Congratulations on Kid CEO, and enjoy the air conditioning in the ticket office. And enjoy those chicken fingers as well. That's Neelish. I'm Justin. We're through 5. 2-0 York leads Somerset right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Welcome to the brand new Somerset Patriots app. What is an app? Everything Somerset Patriots, all at your fingertips. The Patriots My Rewards program. Download this free app today at the Apple Store or Google Play. I might not know what an app is, but this one is really fun.
This is Jersey. Things happen here. A club in Asbury Park became part of rock history. A writer from Princeton penned a story so gripping, it became an American classic. A girl from South Jersey took on the world and won soccer's greatest prize. And every week, millions of winning lottery tickets make people's day and change people's lives. Believe it, anything can happen in Jersey.
If your child is facing a special health challenge, from chronic illness or autism to spinal cord injuries or developmental delays, it can feel like a long road ahead. But Children's Specialized Hospital is with you for every step, with the nation's most advanced care in multiple locations. And we bring your whole family by our side, adding your expertise to ours. Because working together, we can bring children further than you've ever imagined.
Children's Specialized Hospital.
Download the brand new Somerset Patriots mobile app right now, available in the App Store or Google Play. Just search Somerset Patriots. At Supercuts, details matter. That's why we end every haircut with a refreshing hot towel finish, so you'll leave feeling clean and ready to go. Find a location near you at supercuts.com. Tyrell Harris has 6 strikeouts through 5 innings. Donovan Hand has 8 strikeouts through 5 innings, but it's the Revs that lead the Patriots 2-0 through 5. So thanks to 2016 Kid CEO Neelish for joining me. He left me to eat the chicken fingers and go to the air conditioning. But in all seriousness, he had a lot of fun, and we are glad that he is learning from the various departments here in Somerset. Because, you know, like Neelish said, it is a very hard-working front office staff. There's a lot of responsibility. I don't think fans know the least amount of what everybody does here, showing up early, staying late. And Neelish got to experience that firsthand, so that's really cool. And that's one of the great things about Somerset. And we allow, 4th and 5th graders to get an inside look at what a minor league baseball operation's like. No other leagues and teams do that. Low and in count, 2-1. And that's what makes Somerset the best on and off the field. The reigning champs are down, though, 2-0. Looking for the sweep. Donovan Hand has given up 4 hits and 2 runs. 8 strikeouts for Hand. He's walked none. The 2-1. Fastball away, count 3-1. Those 8 strikeouts, that's a season high. How about York? In the 4 games in this series, they have struck out 46 times. You don't want to walk Mitchell. Mitchell, 20 steals in 21 attempts. The 3-1 to Mitchell. Fastball in for a called strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning, 2-0 York leads on an RBI single by Perez in the 1st, a home run by Pounds in the 4th. The 3-2 here to Mitchell. Breaking ball upstairs, he walked him. First walk issued by Hand. John Leo checks in on social media. You forgot to give the radio code tonight. Yeah, I actually did. I do apologize for that. The radio code tonight, if you are listening and you open up your app in the My Rewards section, you can type this thing in. Adams wins 15. ADAMS WINS 15. All one word. Adams wins 15. 15. Type that in, get some points. And we've had a lot of people start cashing in their points this homestand. We've had 3 participants cash in 500 of their My Rewards points to join me on air. Earlier today, I saw Scott Kelly giving a fielding lesson to somebody. Ground ball past Scott Kelly into left field for a base hit. 2 on, no one out. And decision time for Mark Mason. Would you bunt with Andres Perez? He's their cleanup hitter and their all-time franchise leader in RBI. I honestly think they swing away. But let's see what Mark Mason wants to do. Crowell will have some words here with Hand, probably to discuss a bunt defense play. If you're going to bunt, you want to bunt the ball down the third base line. Make Guzman field it so third base becomes unoccupied. Personally, with York leading 2-0 and Perez hitting .274 with 10 homers and 55 RBI and an RBI single already in this game, I let Andres swing away. There's no activity in the bullpen. Donovan Hand's pitch count, pretty good shape. He's hit 73 pitches through 5+ innings. 2 on, nobody out, top of the 6th. 2-0 York leads Somerset. This is York's 10th year as a franchise, and they had their all-anniversary team announced on opening night, and Andres Perez was on that. First pitch, fastball away, 1-0. He did not square around a bunt. So Mason's kind of thinking how I'm thinking there. They want him swinging away. You know, we saw Jody have 2 on and nobody out, and he let Van Kirk swing away, and Van Kirk hit into a double play. The 1-0 here to Perez. And hand steps off. Perez has hit into 6 double plays. That's 3rd most in the team. 2-0 York leads Somerset. Top of the 6th inning. Nobody out. The 1-0 here from Hand. Long set from the stretch. First base side of the rubber. Kicks, fires. Fastball away. Count 2-0. The Somerset bullpen's in fairly good shape. They only had to use 3 innings of relief work last night. And then in that 15-inning game, you know, Randy Boone threw a bulk of those extra inning relief outings. He threw 6 innings out of the pen, so the bullpen's actually in pretty good shape. The 2-0. Swung and a miss on a slider, probably chase ball 3. Count 2-1 here to Perez. Perez, a former Yankees prospect. Great crowd on hand. We'll have a post-game show to follow, win or lose. Fireworks show after the game as well. It's been a very fun homestand. It's been a hot homestand with some great crowds, some compelling games. We had a 12-inning game on Sunday, a 15-inning game on Monday, a game-winning grand slam on Tuesday. We saw the team score 13 runs and 14 hits and walk 7 times last night. This is a potential championship series preview. The 2-1 from Hand. Fastball, knee-high for a strike. Count 2-2 to Perez. Hand would love to dial it up and get his 9th strikeout. Season high for a Patriot pitcher in strikeouts, 10. Done by 3 different hurlers. Jeremy Horst, Rudy Owens, Nick Turley. Hand has 8 through 5 innings. 2 on, nobody out. 2-0 York leads Somerset. Long set from Hand. The former big leaguer with the Brewers and Reds fires this one, grounded to third, foul. Mitchell was on the move, but it goes foul. They put the hit on. They put the hit and run on, and it trickled foul, wide of third. Let's check in on some Atlantic League scores this evening. Haven't done a scoreboard update yet. Full slate of activity in the Atlantic League. In fact, Lancaster is in Texas playing a doubleheader because they were rained out last night. In Game 1, the Skeeters lead the Barnstormers from Constellation Field 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. New Britain crushing Long Island 4-0 in the 7th. Oh, the Ducks are struggling. And the Bluefish lead the Crabs 2-0 in the 7th in Maryland. A Bluefish win and a Patriot loss. The Fish would be a half game in front of the Pats. Throw over to check on Mitchell at second. He's back in time. Somerset does not play Long Island anymore in the second half. They do play Bridgeport 6 more times, including 3 this coming weekend at Harbor Yard. Never thought I'd say this late in the season that Bridgeport and Somerset would have a crucial series. But yeah, Bridgeport's competitive. The 2-2. Hit to deep right center field. This might score 2. Zerillo tracks it down. Great acceleration for Vinny Zerillo. And the runners retreat to their respective bases. Vinny Zerillo keeps Somerset in that game with that catch. He races to right center field, extends his arms, and hauls it in while losing his balance. 1 out. That was a huge catch. You know, the runners had a really good jump. Probably would have scored 2. So allowed out, 1 out, top 6, 2-0 York leads Somerset, and the batter's Michael Rocket. He's 1 for 2, plus he has a game-saving catch. He leaped over the left field wall to rob Vidal of a home run back in the 3rd. It would have been Vidal's league-leading 22nd long ball. Throw over to check on Mitchell. He gets back in time. Hands had a really good pickoff move tonight. He's made these Revs sweat it out in the base pass with their leads. Rocket has hidden to 6 double plays on the season. But Rocket's really swinging the stick well. 429 hitter in his last 16 games. Since June 8th, he's hitting 337. That's over 2 months. 302 hitter overall. Slider away, 1-0. Rocket's walk-up song is, of course, it's Rocket Man by Elton John. Now, when you're the visiting team, they don't play that. But at People's Bank Ballpark, they play that, and the fans really enjoy that in New York. 2 on, 1 out. 2-0 York leads. Open stance for Rocket. Fastball just off the plate. Count 2-0. Well, Hands had to labor here. This was a fast-moving game for the first 5 innings, but some stressful times here. You just don't want this deficit to get out of hand. No pun intended. 2 on, 1 out. 2-0 York leads Somerset in the top of the 6th. And Hand steps off. Hand's a diehard Alabama football fan, so he's excited for college football that starts in about a week and a half. He says, don't bother him on Saturdays. Well, we might have to bother him for a few Saturdays in the fall if Somerset has some lofty goals. The 2-0. Swung on to deep right. Playable for Van Kirk. He'll make the catch, and the runner's bluff to draw the throw. Rocket got a tad under it. 2 outs, 2 on, 2-0. York leads Somerset top of the 6th. And the batter is Brian Pounds. Hit his 9th home run of the season, his last time up. Pounds a .237 hitter. Hand wipes the sweat off his brow. Pounds gets in. Force anywhere except home. 85 degrees and humid outside. But this is not even remotely as hot as it has been this homestand. Fastball away, count 1-0. Sunday it was very hot. And the day game, of course, was hot, camp day game, but had a really good showing for our final camp day game of the year. The kids seem to have a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. The 1-0. Fastball inside. Count 2-0. This weekend, Sean Garceau will pitch Friday. Rudy Owens pitches Saturday, and Will Oliver toes the rubber on Sunday. That's what Brett is lined up for this weekend against Bridgeport. But got to get through this one against York. You want to get greedy. You want to get the sweep. The 2-0. Hit to deep left center field. Zerillo going back. Warning track. Leaps. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. There have been some great defensive plays by the outfielders this evening. Zerillo, 2 web gems this inning. Rocket, of course, has a big one. Good job by Vinny. He saved the game twice this frame. 2-0. York leads Somerset through 5.5 on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Are you ready for some family fun? Have a ball with everyone. It's a slam and hit. Come on and get patriotic.
The 6-time Atlantic League champion Somerset Patriots are taking the field at award-winning TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. Enjoy professional baseball, food, giveaways, and affordable fun all summer long with the Somerset Patriots.
It's slam and hit. Come on, get patriotic.
the Bridgewater Sports Arena. How about a hand for all of our contestants, everybody in musical chairs. Hey fans, it's time for the Char Steakhouse Infinite home run inning. Yeah, the Patriot batter smacks the home run into the net between the flames of the Char Steakhouse. Jennifer Lawler, you'll get $10,000 and a free steak dinner at Char Steakhouse. Char Steakhouse, it's rare to find something this well done. Good luck, Jennifer Lawler. This is the final call for the Tricky Tray. Final call for the Somerset Healthcare Foundation.
Download the brand new Somerset Patriots mobile app right now in the App Store. You can download it in the App Store or at Google Play. At Superguts, you'll enjoy a refreshing hot towel finish free of charge with every haircut. We'll clean off strays of hair from your face and neck so you can leave clean and feeling sharp and ready to go. Find a Superguts location near you at superguts.com. 2-0 Somerset trails York. Bottom of the 6th inning. Third time through the order here for Somerset against Tyrell Harris. Eggleston, Vidal, LaHare do up some great catches by Vinny Zarrillo last half inning. Impressive job by Donovan Hand. Teeth of the order is batting. 2 on, no one out, and he survived unscathed. Eggleston has one of the 4 Patriot hits. Aaron batting .307, 6th best batting average in the Atlantic League. 2-0 York leads. Somerset bottom 6. Nobody out, nobody on. First pitch. Curveball way high. Count 1-0. That obviously slipped out of Tyrell Harris's hands. Aaron played for York in 2009. Was on their team the tail end of that season. Ground ball through the right side for a base hit. A multi-hit game for Eggleston, and that brings the tying run to the plate for David Vidal. That's all Brett Jody can ask for. Vidal lifted one that everybody thought was his league-leading 22nd home run of the season. But Rocket stuck his arm over the wall, climbed the wall like Spider-Man, and robbed a home run away from Vidal. Vidal's last time up in the 3rd. Would have made the score 2-1 at the time. Somerset still trails 2-0. Of Vidal's 21 home runs, 11 of them have either given the Patriots the lead or tied the game. Ground ball in the 3rd baseline, foul, count 0-1. And a huge reason why David Vidal has had a lot of success this year. He told me he lost 16 pounds before the season, right after winter ball. He quit eating fast food. No McDonald's, no Taco Bell, no Burger King. He said he used to live off that. The 0-1. But he said this year he didn't want to be good, he wanted to be great, and he knew he had to make some sacrifices. And he admitted, you know, in this type of industry, you eat at weird hours, you work weird hours. It's hard to eat right in minor league baseball because usually by the time these games end, you know, the only places that are open are the places that David Vidal was eating at, like Taco Bell's and McDonald's and Burger King's. But he just said he stayed disciplined, he cut that out. He ate fruits, he ate yogurts. He looks a lot leaner. His agility's better, and it's paying dividends on the offensive side as well. The 0-1. Inside count 1-1. Runner on first, nobody out. 2-0 York leads Somerset. And Vidal had a really good year last year. I mean, anybody who hits 12 home runs and drives in 59 RBI and hits 259 over a 124-game season and wins a championship, it's a solid year. But what he's doing this year, impressive. I think it's the batting average that everybody's like, whoa. 338 batting average. He's a career 255 hitter. The 1-1. Fastball up and in. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says J.V. Torres. 2 balls, 1 strike. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. There's nobody out with a runner on first. Somerset down 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And their cornerstone player, David Vidal, is at the plate. Vidal has a high leg kick. A violent swing. The 2-1. Uncorks one to deep center field. Back goes Witherspoon at the warning track. Makes the catch. Vidal just missed another home run. He picked the deepest part of the yard. It's 402 to dead center. He flew out 400 feet away. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification on the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. Two 2-0 York leads Somerset. Bottom of the 6th inning. Vidal just missed tying it up. Throw over to check on Eggleston. He gets back in time. There's LaHare. He can uncork one, tie this one up. Another throw over to check on Eggy. He gets back in time. Eggleston has stolen a base tonight, so that's why Tyrell Harris a little bit worried about him. Look, at the bare minimum, you want to get a runner in scoring position for LaHare, who leads your team in RBI at 69. The long set from Harris. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman, but it's under his glove as he had a range to his right, and Eggleston will go first to third. Good effort by Andres Perez. The second baseman shaded to his right, dove for it in his stomach, but it went past him and trickled in the shallow right center field. It's a base hit for LaHare as the runners go first and third, I should say. Min on the corner's 1 out. And Kyle Roller at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Roller hitting .304 with 3 homers and 15 RBI. He can give Somerset the lead with 1 swing of the bat. First pitch, curveball high, count 1-0. And Paul Fletcher, the longtime pitching coach, will have some words here with Tyrell Harris. That's the first mound visit for the York Revolution this evening. They'll have 2 more the rest of the way. 2-0 York leads Somerset. Bottom 6, 1 out, Min in the corner. Somerset threatening with their lefty slugger, Kyle Roller, who cranked one over both walls last night. That home run landed on the train tracks that run parallel to New York City. I talked to Roller today. He told me the funny thing is that was off the end of the bat. The dude is strong. He can bench press 400 pounds. I mean, you look at him up close and personal, and he looks like a fullback. You know, I don't want to call him short. He's 6'1", but he kind of has that stocky build. The 1-0 with Min in the corners and 1 out. Fastball away, 2-0. Roller's a guy who's really not going to say much. Very quiet to himself. But he lets his wooden stick do the talking. And Brett's been very happy with Roller's production. He singled him out on the recent episode of the Brett Jody Show. The 2-0 is grounded to first, fielded by Guzman on to second for 1, return throw to first, in time for 2. 3-6-3 DP. Somerset waste a threat with Min in the corners and 1 out. Through 6 from TD Bank Ballpark. 2-0 York leads Somerset on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
All right, everybody, I'm here with Jolie, and she is going to bet with no real money on the winning fruit in our Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey Healthy Choice race. Where are they? They should be coming out from down there, I believe, right? We should have the apple, we have the blueberry, and I believe the carrot. There they are. And what everybody in the ballpark is waiting with bated breath to find out is who's going to win here tonight. Blueberry. Blueberry she's going with. All right. Blueberry, apple, and orange. On your mark. Get set. Go. Off they go. She's got the blueberry. You guys are cheering blueberry for her? All right, let's see how blueberry does. Right now, the blueberry is trailing the carrot. I'm not sure what the root of the problem is here, but let's see what blueberry's going to catch up and make it. Oh, looks like the blueberry's going to be a winner. Nice job.
had some blueberry pie for you, but instead I got a gift certificate to the Healthy Plate concession stand right up there. So take that, you can get some healthy food for mom and dad. How about a hand for Jolie? Everybody take the green blueberry, or is it blueberry? In our healthy choice here, sponsored by Horizon Blue Shield of New Jersey. Visit horizonblue.com today.
We need George Flannery and George Marco, the customer service. George Flannery and George Marco, customer service. The Somerset Healthcare Foundation thanks all our donors and event volunteers for your continued
2-0 York leads Somerset. 2/3 of the way through this Thursday evening contest. Somerset in sweep mode, York in salvage mode. Been a great pitcher's duel between Donovan Hand and Tyrell Harris. Capacity crowd on hand. Fireworks show after the game. No more Donovan Hand. He was stellar. Donovan struck out 8. That's a season high. He only walked 1. He allowed 5 hits and 2 runs. He'd be in line for the tough luck loser. And in to replace him, all-star lefty Brandon Sisk, 6'2", 230-pound, 31-year-old from California. Numbers for Sisk on the season. 3-4 record, 44 games, 1.99 ERA. 59 strikeouts, 17 walks. Opponents just hitting .228 against Brandon Sisk. He has been stellar. His bullpen might be the strength of this team, and he's a huge part of it. He's a lefty that can get righties out as well, and he'll face the lower third of the order, Chavez, Wilson, and Paniagua. Sisk has peaked at the AAA levels on the New Jersey Jackals last year. Jody and Hunden had their eye on Sisk for the past couple years, but logistically, they could never work out a trade to get him to Somerset, and they had some other good bullpen options. But Sisk has just been outstanding. He celebrated his 31st birthday at the All-Star game last month at Clipper Magazine Stadium. 2-0 York leads, top of the 7th. Long set by Sisk. Chavez bats right-handed. First pitch, fastball in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Chavez had the golden sombrero last night. He's 0 for his last 7. Averaged in at 226. A homer and 26 RBI. Spins this one down the right field line, foul. Count 0-2. Great night to be in the lawn seating area. There's not a bad seat here at TD Bank Ballpark, whether you're at the suite, the party deck, the fun zone, lawn seating area, lower bowl, chilling in the concourse, the O2. Fastball upstairs, check swing to J.B. Torres. First base ump says he did not go. Count 1-2. Well, York and Somerset will meet one final series. That'll be September 2nd through 4th at People's Bank Ballpark. And then maybe they'll meet in the championship series. They will not meet in the first round. Fastball upstairs, count 2-2. Let's check in on how Bridgeport was doing. Last we checked, the Fish had a 2-0 lead in the 7th. It's now a 3-1 lead in the 8th inning. Bridgeport leads Southern Maryland. Ducks are still losing. Sugarland took game 1 of that doubleheader against Lancaster. So Somerset began the evening a half game up on Bridgeport and 2 games up on Long Island. If this score holds and that Fish score holds, the Fish would be a half game ahead of the Patriots heading into this weekend's 3-game set in the Nutmeg State. Now, York begins the evening 3 games back of the Skeeters. But the Skeeters are playing a doubleheader. Sugarland's already won game 1. Fastball up and away, count 3-2. Now, these games aren't as meaningful for York because they did win the first half Freedom Division title. Now, look, they're still trying to win games. They want to get momentum heading in towards the playoffs. Everybody's competitive. Guys are going to play hard. They want to get signed. The 3-2. Foul behind home plate. But when you do win the first half, as a manager, you definitely manage differently in the second half. Obviously, you always want to win the game. But you're not going to put stress on your bullpen or your starting pitchers to go over the top. Maybe you're more inclined to rest your key players. Fastball called, strike 3. Chavez down looking, 1 away. You can tinker with your lineup, experiment with different combinations and permutations, try different guys at different positions. You know, a guy like Brett Jody does not have that luxury. He had that the last 2 years when Somerset did win the first half, but not this year. Here's Josh Wilson. He's played for 8 different big league teams. Long set. Fastball away. Count 1-0. Somerset will have another homestand after their off day on Monday. 3 with Lancaster and then 3 with New Britain. Amazing. Somerset is yet to play the New Britain Bees in the second half. They're already done playing Long Island. Kind of a weird schedule. In for a called strike, 1-1. But the league is doing a balanced schedule this year, so at the end of the day, you play each team 20 times, 10 at home, 10 on the road. Last year was not like that. The 1-1 here to the right-hander from the left-hander. Top of the 7th, nobody on base, 1 out. Foul behind home plate, count 1-2. Wilson, a .245 hitter. Wilson's from Pittsburgh, PA, so he's playing in his home state for the York Revolution. Long set for Sisk. The 1-2. Fastball up and away. Count 2-2. Wilson's 35 years old. He was in the big leagues last year with the Detroit Tigers. But he was a big leaguer with the Pittsburgh Pirates. That had to be cool, you know, being from Pittsburgh and playing for Pittsburgh at beautiful PNC Park. The 2-2 here. 2-0 York leads in the 7th. Fouled into the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. Sisk went undrafted at Azusa Pacific University in California. Two here to Wilson. Wilson put up a fight here, fouling off some tough pitches. The 2-2. Fastball up and in, count 3-2. This is a Patriot pitching staff that has walked the fewest amount of hitters in the Atlantic League. You know, if you're going to play for Corey Domel, you got to pound the zone. The 3-2. Low and in, he walked him. An uncharacteristic walk from Brendan Sisk. 1 on, 1 out, 2-0 York leads, top of the 7th, and the batter is Salvador Paniagua, playing in his 401st career game, second all-time in Revs history in games played. Penny only hitting .208 this year with 2 homers and 13 RBI. He's definitely the backup catcher. Castillo is head and shoulders above Erie and Paniagua. Fouled into the netting behind home plate. Count 0-1. Penny's in his 6th year with the organization. You know, he's one of the all-time Rev greats when you look at his stats. He was voted their 10th anniversary team. He's second all-time in games played, second all-time in at-bats, 4th all-time in hits, 6th all-time in home runs, 7th all-time in extra base hits, tied for 6th in doubles, 6th in RBI, and 5th in total bases. You put up those type numbers, you're definitely going to be on the all-10-year squad. And he was, the 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed, 0-2, but Paniagua just... It's been a trying year for him. He still calls a good game behind home plate, but offensively, just not what he used to be. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, overpowering fastball, strike 3, and he slams his bat in frustration. 2 outs. 10 strikeouts for Somerset pitching. They have 48 strikeouts in the 4 games in this series. Unbelievable. Here's Travis Witherspoon. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. He now leads the Atlantic League in strikeouts with 113. Wants to avoid the golden sombrero. Long set for Sisk. Runner on first, 2 outs. Throw over to check on Wilson. Would not be a bad idea to steal here. If you get caught stealing, well, then you get Witherspoon, who is your leadoff hitter, to lead off the 8th inning. And if you steal second successfully, well, then you've got a guy with 35 RBI in the season batting with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. So that guy would be going on contact. I think it's worth a steal, an attempt. And they throw over and check on Wilson. He gets back in time. Wilson is 35 years old. Probably doesn't run like he used to. Wilson this season, 10 steals and 13 tries. Runner on first, 2 outs. 2-0 York leads Somerset, top of the 7th. Fastball up and away. Count 1-0. Got to keep this deficit at 2-0 here. Tyrell Harris will be back. There's nobody warming up in the Revs' pen. The 1-0 is lined into the netting behind home plate foul. Count 1-1. Witherspoon began the year with Lancaster. And then around Father's Day weekend, he was traded from Lancaster to York. And York gave up former Patriot Kelvin De La Cruz to Lancaster. It was a trade that actually worked out well because Michael Burgess, the former Patriot, was injured. York had a need in the outfield, and Lancaster desperately needed some arms in their rotation. Their pitching staff has struggled this year. Curveball outside, count 2-1. I like when teams make trades in the league, like a player for a player. Somerset did trade Trayvon Robinson to Lancaster for a player to be named later. I like the trades where like somebody gets traded in return because it's fun to see who wins that battle, looking at the stats later on. And I think that's actually a pretty fair trade. Witherspoon for De La Cruz. De La Cruz has pitched much better with Lancaster than he did with York, and Travis Witherspoon has done a nice job treading water in place of Michael Burgess, who should be back in 2 weeks. He had knee surgery, but it wasn't like ACL surgery. It was kind of a minor knee surgery. Still surgery nonetheless. Burgess did not travel. The 2-2 here with 2 outs. 2-0 York leads in the 7th. A throw over to check on Wilson. He gets back in time. This has been a really long inning and no contact has been made. A strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout. (2-0) York leads Somerset, top of the 7th. 2 outs. Sisk actually can strike out the side. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Golden sombrero for Witherspoon. His league-leading 114th K. Get up and stretch your extremities if you're enjoying our coverage on your couch at home. 2-0 York leads Somerset here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
I'm what you call a clinical trial patient.
This is the bridge that connects the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital to the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. It's how we link 4 hospitals to hundreds of cancer specialists, and where precision medicine, genomics, and clinical trials come together every day. to bridge the gap between cancer and a cure.
Last chance, more like fighting chance.
Robert Wood Johnson Health System, leading the way to health.
Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Get the guys from Ideacom on your team by calling them today at 973-857-4440. That's one call. That'll save you money. Fans doing the Cotton Eye Joe in the concourse. Everybody enjoying the weather, enjoying the final game of this 7-game homestand. They just wish the score was a little bit better. 2-0 York leads Somerset in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's our captain, Nick, leading the charge in the middle. Nobody is better at the Cotton Eye Joe than Nick and Johnny Baseball Regan. Back to baseball. Somerset's offense had been averaging 7.5 runs per game over the last 13 contests, but Tyrell Harris has shut them down. No runs through the first 6 innings. Van Kirk, Guzman, Crowell due up. First pitch curveball in for a called strike, 0-1. Somerset had chances in the 4th and 6th innings. 4th inning, 2 on, no one out, did not score. 6th inning, middle of the corners, 1 out, did not score. Van Kirk saws one off down the right field line. Joel Guzman using a 6'7" frame to try and get it, but he cannot. 0-2 count here to Brian Van Kirk. David Vidal is due up 7th this inning, for those wondering. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 2-0 York leads Somerset. Let's get a pitch count here for Tyrell Harris. Seems to be in pretty good shape. He is at 99 pitches through 6+ innings of work. There is some activity brewing in the Revs bullpen. This is a Revs team that is 48-4 when they lead after 7 innings. Now, they did lose a game when leading after 7 innings. That was on Tuesday. Van Kirk reaches for one and skies it down the right field line at a play foul. Count 0-2. This might be the last batter for Harris. They have a lefty in Scott Rice warming up, a former big leaguer with the Mets. And 4 of the next 5 hitters are left-handed. So this might be it for Tyrell. By far his best start of the year. The 0-2. Fastball, called strike 3. Van Kirk down looking. Tyrell Harris has been magnificent. He has struck out 7, and he's walked none. Well, Rice continues to warm up, but they're going to leave Tyrell in this game. York trying to salvage this series finale. They've lost 4 in a row. That ties a season high. Curveball inside, count 1-0. Guzman 0 for 2. Heading into this game, Carlos Guzman had reached base safely in 31 of his last 58 plate appearances. So with him being 0 for 2 tonight, he still has reached base safely in over 50% of his plate appearances the last 2 weeks. The 1-1. Fastball away. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom 7. 2-0 York leads Somerset. Tyrell Harris at 104 pitches. 62 strikes, 32 balls. Excuse me, 94 pitches, I should say. Fastball away, count 3-1, 94 pitches. The 3-1 here to Guzman. You put Guzman on, the tying run comes to the plate, and Crowell. A 3-1. Ground ball foul behind home plate, count 3-2. Guzman 4 home runs this month. Only Vidal has more home runs this month. Guzman second in the team in home runs, 4th in the team in RBI. Steady 270 average. The 3-2. Inside, he walked him. Good at bat for Guzman. He continues to be an on-base machine, and the tying run comes to the plate. Lefty Rob Crowell is the hitter. He's flown out to right field twice, and both were sharply hit balls. So he has seen the ball well off Harris tonight. York received an RBI single from Perez in the first and a home run from Pounds in the fourth. There have been some great defensive plays by both teams, particularly in the outfield. Michael Rocket, a game-saving catch. Zerillo had 2 nifty catches in center to help out Hand. Fastball up and away, count 1-0. But, I mean, this feels like a postseason game. Low scoring, intense. The 1-0, check swing, did he go? I think he did go. Yes, he did, says Steve Leonardo. Count 1-1. Surprised they even needed to appeal there. I would have thought Skip Dietz just would have rung up Krall. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-0, York leads Somerset, bottom 7. Rob, a .232 hitter with 2 homers and 16 RBI. The 1-1 up and away, count 2-1. 89 miles per hour in the fastball from Harris. Deep breath for the Tennessee native. The 2-1. Ground ball up the middle, sneaks through for a base hit. Guzman thought about going first to third, but the ball's bobbled by Jared Mitchell, and now he will go to third. That's an error on Jared Mitchell. He looked up to check on Guzman as Guzman made a hard turn around second, and Mitchell juggled the ball in center as Guzman goes to third on the error by Mitchell. So men on the corners, 1 out. Good hit by Crowell. This brings up Scott Kelly, and you wonder if they would think about a safety squeeze. Kelly is the best bunter in the Atlantic League. Put some excitement in this game a little bit. Kelly batting .261, no homers, 22 RBI. Men on the corners, 1 out. You have smart base runners. Long set from Harris. First pitch to Kelly. Foul behind home plate, 0-1. He was swinging all the way. Infield, a double play depth. It's tough to turn 2 against Kelly because he always hustles and he runs so hard and he's fast. 3rd most steals in the league. But even if they can't get 2, you're still up a run if you get a fielder's choice. The 0-1. Curveball in for a called strike, 0-2. So now with 2 strikes, throw away the idea of the bunt. 2-0 York leads Somerset, bottom of the 7th inning, 1 out. Somerset had 2 on in the 4th with nobody out, did not score. Men in the corners, 1 out in the 6th, did not score. Here's men in the corners in the 7th. Can they score? They're down 2. The 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. And Kelly, very frustrated. And with 2 lefties coming up in the top of the order, Mark Mason has seen enough. 8 strikeouts for Tyrell Harris. He's walked 1. 6 2/3 innings. 7 hits, no runs. Men in the corners are his responsibility. A great job by Tyrell Harris. This was a red-hot Somerset offense, and he kept them quiet tonight. Former big leaguer with the New York Mets, Scott Rice, coming in. We will step aside for 60 seconds on the radio as Guzman and Harris were kind of jawing each other, but I think it was all in jest and fun. They were just teasing each other. Nothing seriously brewing there. We'll step aside, though, for 60 seconds right here in the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. 6'6", 240-pound southpaw Scott Rice on the hill. Men in the corners, 2 outs. Numbers for Rice, the former big leaguer with the Mets in 2013 and 2014. 4-run record, 25 games, 1.99 ERA. Began the year in AAA in the Diamondbacks organization. 22 strikeouts, 10 walks. Only given up 1 home run all year. Opponents hitting 175 against Rice, who's a poster boy for the Atlantic League success. This is his second different stint with York. He was with York back in 2011, and he ended up making it to the big leagues for the Mets in 2013 and 2014. In fact, in 2013, he led the Mets in games played, 73 appearances in 2013. And now he's back in the tri-state area. It's Vinny Zerillo at the plate. 2 outs, men in the corner. Somerset trails York 2-0, bottom 7. First pitch, the 254 hitters up and in. Count 1-0. Zerillo 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. These teams have combined to strike out 19 times. Zerillo shows bunt, pulls back. Count 2-0. Oh, no, they're going to say he went on that swing. Said skipped Eats before he pulled back. He went around. Count 1-1. This will be another frustrating situation for the Somerset Patriots. 2 outs, men in the corners. The 1-1. Fastball low and away. Count 2-1. The 6'6" Rice against the 5'9" Zerillo. Rice, a former big leaguer. Zerillo, 23 years old in his second year of pro ball. That's what makes the Atlantic League fascinating, these type of matchups. Zerillo does have a 3-run home run this season. The 2-1, dribbled foul behind home plate. It's his only career home run. It was a walk-off 3-run home run against another big leaguer, Jose Veras. But with 2 strikes, Zerillo needs to choke up on the bat. And Zerillo is vulnerable to the slider low and away. He needs to be wary of that pitch. Men in the corners, 2 outs. The 2-2 from Rice. The pitch. Slider low and away. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He chased it. Zerillo mad at himself. We are through 7. 2-0 York leads Somerset. Right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. 25-pound, 31-year-old from Mesa, Arizona. Newby's having his best year yet. His ERA is 2 runs better than it was last year. He lost about 12 pounds this offseason, and it's paying dividends. 1-1 record, 40 games, 2.50 ERA. Last year had a 4.46 ERA. 48 strikeouts, 9 walks. Opponents hitting .206 against Newby. He'll face Jarrett Mitchell, Joel Guzman, Andres Perez. 2-0, York leads Somerset, top of the 8th inning. So Newby is ready, as is Jared Mitchell. Jarrett's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Mitchell hitting .280 on the season, but hits .357 against Somerset pitching. Playing the best brings out the best in Mitchell. First pitch low and in. Count 1-0. Let's look to see if Bridgeport hung on to that game. Bridgeport leading 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. They are in Southern Maryland. The Blue Crabs are batting. A Bridgeport win and a Somerset loss. Somerset falls to second place. 1-2 the count here to Mitchell. One-two here from Newby. Newby has a beautiful splitter. He throws a fastball, though. Short hop, picked by LaHare, leads Newby to the bag as Newby steps on it. 1 away. Here's Joel Guzman. He's 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Well, next half inning, Somerset would have the heart of their order up. Eggleston, Vidal, LaHare. But York has to feel good about itself. They're 48-4 when they lead after 7 innings. That's the case tonight. York boasts a 2-0 lead in the top of the 8th. Swung on and missed, count 0-1. Joel Guzman leads the Atlantic League in RBI with 75. Ground ball to Carlos Guzman, no relation. They were teammates last year. Throw across the diamond, 2 away. And here's Andres Perez. He broke the scoreless tie in the first with an RBI single, 2 outs. Newby was in the big leagues with the Diamondbacks in 2009. But he never pitched in the big leagues. Although he was on the big league roster, he had a uniform, he had a locker. But he never pitched in the big leagues. Kind of a bittersweet feeling, I would guess. In for a called strike, 0-1. I mean, on one hand, you're happy. All that hard work and the maximum amount of effort that you put into this game that you love, and you reach the pinnacle of the baseball world, but then you don't get a chance to showcase your talent. Swing and a miss, count 0-2. And I know that kind of moment fuels Kyler Newby. But he has matured so much this year. He's just been a great asset to this bullpen. Foul behind home plate, count 0-2. I mean, he is one of the key late inning relievers. I mean, to me, your best reliever other than Hunton's probably Jimmy Miller. Just because Miller hasn't given up a run in 12 appearances yet. But Sisk and Thomas, everybody's been great out there. Swing and a miss. There's that slider and splitter combination. We're through 7.5. 2-0. York leads Somerset on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Check your mailbox. You could find money in it. Money Mailer could be in your mailbox right now. You will find great offers from local area businesses you know and trust, including the Somerset Patriots. You can also find all of these offers and many more at moneymailer.com or on our new convenient Money Mailer app for Android and iPhone users. So start saving money now and look for your Money Mailer envelope, which might be in your mailbox today.
Health Quest is the official sponsor of the Somerset Patriots. Fitness, sports, family, wellness, and community. PNC is proud to support the Somerset Patriots. Stop by your local PNC branch or visit us at pnc.com to see how we can help you achieve. PNC, for the achiever in you. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Former big leaguer with the Colorado Rockies, Manny Corpus, on the hill for the York Revolution. Bottom of the 8th inning, Somerset trails York 2-0 in this series finale. Somerset has won the first 3 games of the set. Aaron Eggleston's 2 for 3. First pitch, in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Numbers for the right-hander Corpus from the Dominican Republic. 2-1 record, 21 games, 1.80 ERA. Struck out 17, walked 8. Ground ball to second base, passed the ranging second baseman Perez for the 3rd hit of the game for Aaron Eggleston. Perez had a range to his right. And Eggleston has 3 of Somerset's 8 hits. And the tying run comes to the plate again. It's a final in Southern Maryland. 3-2, Bridgeport defeats Southern Maryland. So, Somerset needs to win this game to maintain a half-game lead over the Fish. Otherwise, it'd be the Fish a half game in front of Somerset heading into tomorrow's crucial 3-game weekend set. "11 of Vidal's 21 home runs have either given the Patriots the lead or tied the game. First pitch, in for a called strike, 0-1. In 58 games, Vidal's batting .336 with 53 RBI. Just robust numbers for the undisputed MVP of the Atlantic League. Tying run of the plate, the 0-1. Slider checks when to go. I think he did. Yes, said J.B. Torres. He went around. Count 0-2. Vidal doesn't like the call. I definitely think David went. In fact, I'm even surprised they need to appeal on that. I mean, that's a case where Skip Dietz just needs to say Vidal went around. Runner on first, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Vidal has homered in 3 of his last 5 games. 3 of his last 4 games, as time is called. The only Patriot to homer in 4 straight games, Yuneski Sanchez. He did that the first 4 games of 2013. Vidal leads the Atlantic League in home runs. The 0-2. Fastball up and away. Count 1-2. Vidal's 1 for 3 with a stolen base tonight. In his last at-bat, he flew out to the warning track in dead center field. In the middle of his 3 at-bats, he actually hit one over the left field wall, but it was Michael Rocket who climbed the wall and brought that ball back, robbing Vidal of his 22nd home run. That's the turning point of this game. Would have given the Patriots a 2-1 lead in the 3rd inning at the time. Eggleston singled, Vidal at the plate. 2-0, York leads Somerset, bottom of the 8th. The 1-2. Ground ball, slowly hit to short. Let's see if they get 2 on a 2nd for 1. Return throw to first, not in time. Too slowly hit, and Vidal was busting it down the line to beat it out. So a fielder's choice for David gives Brian Lahair a chance. Lahair 1 for 3. Batting .285 with 8 home runs and 69 RBI. Lahair's been working a lot with hitting coach Glenn Barker to go the other way. And they are playing Brian Lahair to pull the baseball. The shortstop is just a couple steps off second base. And the third baseman is essentially where the shortstop's playing. The left fielder, Rocket's playing in left center. Righty pitcher, lefty hitter. Two former National Leaguers going at it. The 1-0. Low and in, 2-0 here to Lahair. Oh, and Lahair has to sit in a cookie here. Crowd getting into it. 2-0, York leads Somerset. Bottom of the 8th inning, 1 out. In all 3 of these wins in this series for Somerset, they have been in come-from-behind fashion. Fitting that if they were to complete the sweep, they would have to do it in come-from-behind fashion. The 2-0. Ground ball is short, should be 2. 6, 4, 3, double play. Frustrating. Through 8, 2-0, York leads Somerset. Right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Okay, class, as you know, today is career day, and we have a very special guest in.
View a full inventory of new Ford cars and trucks online at Fullerton.com.
Wet wipe?
I'm what you call a clinical trial patient.
This is the bridge that connects the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital to the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. It's how we link 4 hospitals to hundreds of cancer specialists, and where precision medicine, genomics, and clinical trials come together every day to bridge the gap between cancer and a cure.
Last chance, more like fighting chance.
Robert Wood Johnson Health System, leading the way to health.
Okay. Hang out with friends, reward employees, or entertain your clients with a great view from the party deck. Groups of 30 or more can enjoy a party on the party deck and enjoy an all-you-can-eat premium buffet. Just call the Patriots Screwsdale's Department at 908-252-0700. 2-0, York leads Somerset through 8 innings of play. I'm Justin Antwell, live from TD Bank Ballpark. These fans are getting into it. Somerset's been threatening. They're just due to break out when we get to the bottom of the 9th inning. First, we have to get through the top of the 9th inning, and we will see left-hander Jeremy Bleish on to pitch. 6'1", 200-pounder from New Orleans, Louisiana. Bleish, a former first-round draft pick by the Yankees in 2008. Out of Stanford, an economics major. Numbers for Bleish: 0-2, 7 games, 5.00 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's yet to give up a home run. He began the year in the Phillies organization. Bleish, one of the funniest guys in the team. Long set. First pitch, fastball away, count 1-0. Bleish has peaked at the AAA level with the Yankees organization. I mentioned he's from New Orleans, Louisiana. He went to the same high school as Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, and Odell Beckham. Newman High School, private school in New Orleans. Foul behind home plate, count 1-1. So they produce some good athletes. A couple are playing in East Rutherford. just up the highway. One's playing right here at TD Bank Ballpark. Another one just won a Super Bowl. And Jeremy went to Stanford, one of the best all-around colleges in the country in terms of academics and athletics and facilities. It doesn't really get much better than being in Palo Alto, California. Foul behind home plate, count 1-2. So if you have trouble filling out a crossword puzzle, you're going to Jeremy Bleich. He will help you out. The 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. Michael Rocket down swinging. The right-hander's 1 for 4. This brings up right-hander Brian Pounds. He's 1 for 3 with a home run. There have been a lot of strikeouts in this game. Patriot hitters have struck out 9 times. Revs hitters have struck out 12 times. The Revs have struck out 50 times in these 4 games. 50. Fastball up and away. Count 1-0. You know, granted, one of the games did go to 15 innings. I get that. Still, 50 strikeouts in 4 days. That's a lot. The 1-0. In for a called strike. Count 1-1. It's a Revs team that leads the league in strikeouts, but they're also just second in the league in home runs. So you got to take the good with the bad. When you have a lot of power hitters, you're going to strike out a lot. The 1-1 to Pounds. Cranked to deep right center field. Back goes Van Kirk. Makes the catch. Got a good jump, 2 away. All right, let's look ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning. Mike DeMark would come in to pitch, the former Patriot. And he'll face the following hitters in the order: Roller, Van Kirk, and Guzman. And Mike DeMark has 33 career saves. That's tied with Rami Lewis for most all-time in Revs history. So he could be York's most prolific closer with a save tonight. Fastball up and away, 1-0. DeMark has 29 saves and 31 tries. He's second in the league in saves. Only Hunton has more saves. Hunton has 30. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Count 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-0 York leads Somerset. DeMark warming up. DeMark can throw in the mid-90s. 6 foot, 195-pounder. He is, to me, the best reliever in the Atlantic League. The 1-1. Low and in, count 2-1. I mean, DeMark is just amazing. DeMark has allowed 4 runs in 40 innings this season. He has a 0.90 ERA. The 2-1. Fastball away, count 3-1. John Hunton's having a great year as well. Hunton's 23 for his last 25 in save opportunities. He's blown just 2 saves in the last 3 months. The 3-1. Swung on a miss, count 3-2. Brendan Chavez 0 for 3. He's a 225 hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top 9. 2-0 York leads Somerset. The 3-2. Ground ball to the third base line, foul. To the left of third, we'll do it again. Van Kirk, Roller, Guzman. Those are the 3 due up next inning. Patriots will look for their 9th walk-off win of the season. It'd be their 35th come-from-behind win. The 3-2. Ground ball to third. Short hop. Guzman double clutches, still has time, ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Somerset needs at least 2 runs. right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Would you like to showcase your group or organization in the heart of Central Jersey? Then the Somerset Patriots have the perfect opportunity for you. Groups of 30 or more can now reserve their spot to take the field at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater before a game this season. Have your school's band drum up a performance to remember on the field, or have your dance company pull out a showstopper to begin the night's entertainment. You can even bring your martial arts group out to pump up the crowd before the game. There are also plenty of opportunities for the singers to get involved. From performing a song of your choice to honoring America with the Star-Spangled Banner, singers can take center stage right before the game begins. All of these groups can enjoy special discounted tickets at our group rate, beginning at just $8.50. So visit SomersetPatriots.com or call 908-252-0700 today to find out how your organization can be seen by thousands in Central Jersey's hometown ballpark.
Two runs on 5 hits for York, no runs on 8 hits for Somerset. Bottom of the 9th inning, I'm Justin Antwell from TD Bank Ballpark in the series finale. All-star closer Mike DeMark on the hill, 6-foot, 195-pounder. In his third year with the Revs, he pitched for the Patriots in 2014 before Somerset released him in August. DeMark 0-1 record, 39 games, 0.90 ERA. 29 saves and 31 tries. He's given up 4 runs in 40 innings. He has struck out 57. He's walked 6. He's only given up 5 extra base hits all year. Opponents hitting 156 against him. Fastball swung on and missed 1-1. DeMark throws 95 miles per hour. He lost about 15 pounds in the offseason, and he is having a breakout year. The 1-1. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike to Roller, a 301 hitter, who's 1 for 3. York got a run in the first and an RBI single from Perez, and another in the fourth and a home run by Pounds, his 9th of the year. The 2-1. Golf to deep left field opposite way. Rocket going back in foul territory, but he cannot make the catch. It goes foul. It one-hops in the bullpen, then bounces over the wall. Had it stayed fair, would have been a ground rule double. Yeah, but even Kyle Roller's late in the fastballs. That's how fast DeMark is throwing the baseball. Bottom of the 9th inning, Somerset in search of their 9th walk-off win of the season and looking for their 35th come-from-behind win. Somerset trying to break out their brooms and get the sweep. The 2-2. Curveball grounded to second, fielded by Perez. Underhand toss to Guzman at first, 1 away. Here's Brian Van Kirk. He's 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts sandwiched around a ground ball double play. DeMark is tied with Rami Lewis for the Revs' all-time saves record at 33. His nickname is DeMoney. Fastball swung on and missed, 0-1. The ball just explodes out of his fingertips. He is the best reliever in the Atlantic League. The 0-1. Fastball up and away, count 1-1. You know he's extra amped up when he plays the Patriots. This season against Somerset, stellar. 5 2/3 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 10 strikeouts, no walks. Ground ball, foul behind home plate. Count 1-2. Playing the team that released him certainly motivates Mike DeMark. DeMark 4 for 4 in save opportunities against the Patriots in 2016. 1 out, bottom 9, 2-0 York leads, nobody on. Curveball high, count 2-2. All Jody can ask for is to get the tying run of the plate. That means you need one man on base. And Guzman's been swinging a hot stick, so he's on deck. It's up to Van Kirk to get on any way possible. The 2-2 from DeMark. Fastball called strike 3. Van Kirk down, luck in. Second straight time Van Kirk strikes down, luck in. That was a perfect pitch. I don't know what Van Kirk could he have wanted. DeMark is just unbelievable. You know, he might be the pitcher of the year. I mean, where would York be without him? Here's Guzman. He's 0 for 2. Fastball away, 1-2. DeMark is a really great guy. He was one of my favorite Patriots in 2014. He's really funny, but he gets tunnel vision when he gets locked in. The 1-0. Fastball in for a called strike, count 1-1. He starts with his hands above his head, then he gradually brings them to his belt. The 1-1 to Guzman. Swung on and missed. Blew a fastball by him, count 1-2. I mean, Somerset can't hit this guy. Nobody can. I don't know how he's blown 2 saves. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 2-0. York leads Somerset. Nobody on base. The 1-2. Liner up the middle, base hit. Left a fastball a little too much up in the zone for Carlos Guzman. He keeps the Patriots alive. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification on the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network.
Number 9, Rob Crowl.
2-0, York leads Somerset. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth inning. Runner on first, tying run of the plate. And maybe this is what Rob Crowl needs. Somebody who's going to speed up his bat. Because Crowl has been hitting fly balls pretty deep in this game to right field. Just has had nothing to show for it. But when you make contact with somebody who's throwing 95 miles per hour, that ball's going to go. First pitch, breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs. Crowl, a .236 hitter with 2 homers and 16 RBI. The 0-1. Fastball in for a called strike, count 0-2. And Crowl has some words for Skip Dietz, the home plate umpire. Fireworks after the game, win or lose. Same with the Flemington Department Store postgame show. With a loss, Somerset would drop to second place in the standings. The 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. Mike DeMark is York's all-time leader in saves. Congrats to Mike. 34 saves for Mike DeMark in his York career. And he slams the door shut on his former team. 2-0 the final score. York defeats Somerset in a classic pitcher's duel between Donovan Hand and Tyrell Harris. This is a Patriot offense that has scored 97 runs in their previous 13 games, but tonight, 9 hits and no runs. Story of missed opportunities. I mean, how many times have they been in the corners and 1 out? First and second, nobody out. Hit him with double play or popped up or struck out. Just story of missed opportunities for Somerset. Look, still an impressive homestand. They took 2 of 3 against Southern Maryland and 3 of 4 against Somerset. So if you're sticking with us on radio, stay tuned for the Flemington Department Store post-game show. If you're with us here on SPN.TV, maybe you'll enjoy the fireworks show. For Andrea Lorenzo, Ed, and Mark Schwartz, thanks so much for joining me. I'm Justin Answell. Great job by Neelish as well. Thanks to everybody here at SPN.TV for making this broadcast really special. We will talk to you next homestand. We have some more SPN.TV broadcasts, but I'm going to step aside. When I come back, I'll join you on radio. We'll put a bow on the homestand, look ahead to this crucial series against Bridgeport as Somerset will begin that trip just a half game back of their Liberty Division foe Bridgeport in the standings. So thanks to everybody on SPN.TV. We'll step aside for a few minutes on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. Good stuff, man. No highlights, obviously. Yeah.